itself. It can't affect
Oh,
other
it can't?
things.
But
Nope.
I also don't think that artificers can cast contingency.
What were you gonna say, Blank? Sounds like one
I
of
was
those
going to say,
conversations.
this sounds like a lot of those conversations where it's like, well, technically speaking, the immovable rod doesn't account for the spin of the world, which means that the rod is moving at 100 gajillion miles an hour.
It should just rip through all obstacles.
Because the Earth is spinning that fast around the sun, and you're like, yeah, but fuck you.
I think this is a little different. I could see the arrow shot turning into a ballista shot if it took 2 people to do it. I could appreciate that, and even then, it would be a skill check to do it. We're not actually doing this, Blank. It's just
no, we're not actually doing that.
Conversation.
Just I know people, man. I know people who would.
Or will we?
Have we beat the final boss?
Someone gets a slingshot, a rock, and large.
The classic
and a Warforge.
The classic Sphere of Annihilation whole bag of holding arrow.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen the diagram.
The what? What? That sounds awesome.
If you put a portable hole in a bag of holding, it basically just like annihilates everything around it, which is bad.
Sphere of Annihilation.
It's a Sphere of Annihilation. It's an insane level spell. Okay, not insane. Hang on.
It's not even a spell. It's an item.
What is it?
I'm looking it up right now because I want to actually have the damage.
It's a legendary rare item that is just stupid power.
It does, so 2-foot diameter black sphere is a hole in the multiverse hovering in space and stabilized by a magical force field. The sphere obliterates all matter it passes through and all matter that passes through it. Artifacts are an exception unless the artifact is susceptible to damage of sphere annihilation. Anything that else touches the sphere but isn't wholly engulfed takes 4d10 force damage.
Holy crap.
So on average, 20 damage, which isn't the most damage, but more importantly, you can just kind of hover it around to just like bore holes and things. It's just like a little miniature black hole that just rips some shit apart. And if you engulf someone in it, I think that there's like a homebrew rule that does more damage. The point is that if you put a portable hole in a bag of holding, it creates a sphere of annihilation. If you, for example, put a portable hole, because it can be like folded into like a negligible amount of space, and a bag of holding on an arrow together, separated by a very thin wall, and then launch that arrow at someone, then it would stand to reason that as soon as the arrow hit the target, that the portable hole would be forced through the very thin wall of the like separating partition into the bag of holding, therefore creating an arrow-fied version of a sphere of annihilation. People have made actual blueprints for this that they could like show their DMs, and I assume those DMs just quit.
I mean, I've always been partial to the bag of devouring portable guillotine.
Thank you, Sandman.
You're welcome.
That is indeed what I was talking about. Someone decided that was how the arrowhead of total destruction worked. I've also heard the peasant's railgun, where there's
I've heard of that one.
The peasant's railgun where you can pass an action to another person as a free action. Have 100 peasants all hold action to throw, and then it goes through 100 peasants and therefore 100 squares, 100 5-foot squares within the span of 6 seconds, accelerating it to a relativistic speed, annihilating a dragon with a door frame or some shit like that.
That's amazing.
Because of course you can, because D&D rules.
1 point of contention. When a bag of holding goes through a portable hole, it doesn't actually create a sphere of annihilation. It does something what I think is cooler. It rips open a hole in space and time and then just throws everything within 10 feet of it and any contents that were in either thing into the astral plane. Just scatters it somewhere.
So you're not dead, you're just on the astral plane.
You're
probably going to die.
I mean, if you're on the astral plane, there's a strong argument to be made that you are dead.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just tossed adrift with no ties, then yeah, more than likely you.
Point is,
it would be fun though.
D&D can be broken in a number of hilarious ways if you're drunk enough and don't care.
You got to deal with those things if you somehow survive, because the Githyanki live in the air.
Anyway,
Are the
if one of you guys
Githyanki
wants to
Don't
find
the
some,
Githzerai also live
I
there,
got
though? Or no, the Githzerai are in the
Some
plane of fucking chaos.
one of you guys wants to find some general town music, because we're still technically speaking in town.
And are literally
haven't-
meditating away the chaos.
We haven't set out for the next adventure quite yet. But I'm more
Shopping
prepared
needs to
than I normally.
happen.
Yeah, shopping needs to happen.
So yeah, you want me to give a persuasion check to sell potions and buy the two things I'm looking.
Do you want to RP that, or do you want to just roll for it?
We can just roll for it. The
Okay.
two potions I'm selling in particular, or looking to sell, is the potion of great fucking suggestion and a potion of great fucking stamina.
Oh,
I don't think we ever statted those entirely.
we really didn't, because they weren't like combat oriented objects.
Yeah.
So stats are kind of meh.
That's fair. But yeah, here's to hoping I get those two items.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion. You already did.
Is the bot? The bot's not in the channel, guys.
Yeah, we tried to make a join. It didn't work.
Is it in another channel, or are you just messing it up for other people?
But people are probably so angry right now.
No, it's
no one
not.
else in the game.
Huh.
In
The only
any
lose
games.
was here on a Saturday.
Weird.
Do
So,
we want to try doing
First,
Spotify
sell,
instead?
I guess.
Give me
I'll
four.
work it out.
Because Spotify is super easy to use.
Oh, ease up.
Guys,
Does
Michael
everyone
Bolton's
have
here.
Spotify?
Oh, great, send him in.
It
I
doesn't
mean-
need
Hey
it.
guys,
I have
No.
the free
Hey,
version.
I'm really sorry.
Hey, Buck,
man.
do you have a Spotify account that you're paying for?
I have a Spotify account that I'm paying for.
I do too. I just don't want to be doing music the whole night, but I can.
I mean, I could like buy the official thing. I just haven't gotten around to any of that. If you tell me how that thing works,
I mean,
Then
do you
I'll
listen
do
to
it
music
next.
enough to justify that?
not really, but I mean, I've already paid for the Roll20 dynamic lighting shit. I mean, buying a SoundCloud thing shouldn't be too crazy.
Or we could just jump. Oh, I just noticed the Fred boat isn't even in the server for some reason. Looks like they got rid of.
Who the fuck got rid of Fred Boat?
We
There's
could
no
just
way
go.
we got rid of Fred Boat. We would have had to talk
Oh,
about
there
it.
he is.
He's right.
Little.
What was it? Just offline for a second?
Looks like it. Maybe it's just not responsive.
I just want to be happy again, guys.
He likes a tavern for some reason.
I was going to say that not the best persuasion. They'll probably give you around 200 gold for both potions. 100 gold.
All right.
Not the he rolled a 28. Oh no, you rolled a 13.
Yeah.
You rolled the 13.
And
Well-
then,
Would you
I don't-
ask for help selling these things?
no, probably not.
Right.
Then this next one will to be, let's go get a price on that meat, or whatever the that component is.
Get a price on what?
The that one particular component I'm looking for. That isn't
Oh.
the sword.
That shouldn't be too rare. Probably end up charging you around 60 gold, just because it's a little bit rare. It's still like a potion ingredient. They're not just gonna have like, oh, just meat for sale from this most dangerous of hunts. I don't know if you're keeping this,
I
but
mean,
at the same time,
Alright, sure, I'll spend 60.
Okay, yeah. You probably have a pretty well vetted ingredient you could use to completely break the game. Give me a second
Right.
while I take my customary shot of vodka
Hey,
for
Blank,
breaking the game. What's up?
my internet's cut out right now. Can you help a bro out?
Just
How
give
so?
me access to his character sheet. I'll take care of anything that needs to happen.
Oh yes, that is something else I have. I'll also go sell the Wand of Disguise Self, because I've honestly no use for it.
Oh, I could have used that.
Well,
A lot
I've
of
had
us
it for a
keep-
while. You should have spoken up.
You never offered it to anybody.
No one ever said they needed it.
Well, I
Like when I was
Because it was
running
yours,
around,
and I love
like,
you.
offering stuff, like the armor that I took and stuff like that. Anyways,
Okay.
I mean, we're walking around just fine so far.
So far.
Yeah, so I guess I'll also go sell that. Well, correction. Let me check this first. I'll check the price on the sword.
Okay, give me a second.
I do actually have that price, but persuasion check to see what I can get it for is the hope.
Hang on, my computer's being a little bit weird right now.
That's fine.
Quick question, Blank. Are we using sane magical prices for magic item prices?
We are, just for some reason I can't find item in
It breaks sometimes. I'm not sure why.
I'll have to look for it manually. But yeah, I'm looking for the same magic pricing of the Flame Tongue. Give me a second.
I can look too.
It's 5,000. But I have 4,000 gold. So here's to hoping I roll persuasion well.
Yeah, here's hoping you roll persuasion well. This is one of the situations. 22. That's
Hey.
fucking good. This is one of the situations where it's like, this is all I got. You like have to like empty your entire like coin purse out, and having 4,000 gold coins on a counter is a pretty persuasive argument. Yeah, you can probably purchase a flame tongue rapier.
Cool. Did you actually want me to like drop all of the gold for that, or did you want to leave me with like a piddly amount?
I mean, you can have like a piddly amount.
Sure. Here's 5 gold.
Just like you like go outside and like rummage for like loose change, you know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. With that, I'm all good to go.
Okay. And again, if anyone wants to actually RP any of this shit, then let me know. But for now, I'm just going to giving like the straight out numbers.
Looking
So-
for a bird.
Why?
Blank, is there a way that I could actually look for like maybe a weapon or an instrument that would let me get more inspiration? Like like it would increase my maximum inspiration?
No,
Magic
that
bar
that
item?
would be some expensive shit.
Ah.
I mean, like you could, but how
Could
much
be a
money
could-
do you have?
Could be a cool magic item.
It could be, but it would also
I-
be expensive as shit.
I
Yeah.
have
Chances are
900
you're looking
gold.
for something like probably some sort of homebrew or specific instrument of the bard.
I mean, if your charisma is maxed, yes. Otherwise, you could get an item to up your charisma, but those are also expensive as shit.
Oh, true.
How much?
Also, how did you have 4,000 gold?
Not 4,000. I've
No,
nine-
not you.
Because I've literally not sold or bought anything up until this point, as well as pulled 2,000 in the last dungeon.
Pretty much
That-
the same here. I just keep
Yeah.
throwing it at people, but it's pitiful.
I'm trying to hoard.
I mean,
Baby
all
dragon.
I've bought is a breastplate, and I only have 1,000, or like just over 1,500.
Because we don't give you the money.
Most of that 2,000 was from the last dungeon. Like that.
Yeah,
and
he did
selling
take a lot of
things-
stuff without telling us.
Well, Most of it I shared, with the exception of the 2K and gems.
That's 2,000 in gems. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Wait, did you sell that?
The gems, I just used it as raw gold, so yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, there goes her revivifies.
Well, no, it has to be diamonds. It can't be just gems.
I think Blanket said they could count.
I just assumed that any monetary amount can be traded for basically like free. You get what I'm saying. You find like 1,000 golden rubies, and I can say that you can find like 1,000 golden diamonds by just exchanging them later. So I don't. As long as you guys are observing like the cost limits, then I'm not gonna say, well, that's the wrong kind of gold. That's stupid.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm never gonna make you like break change for a silver. Oh,
Also,
you
considering-
only had platinum. No.
Yeah. Also, considering as much healing as we have in the party, like, if someone dies, like, goes through the full process of it, probably meant to be.
Yeah, at that point.
I like to imagine Simons is like, fine, it's your funeral.
Literally.
I will literally be attending because I'm the only one here who's immune. He will mark your gravestone with cheap bastard. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
speaking of which,
Also-
Simus, pearls of power are expensive as shit.
Okay. Do they have any magical items that can conjure bread? Like, I've had a good bread.
I mean, that would be
Does not
conjure food,
understand that
and you
reference.
have that.
Yeah,
He
but
doesn't.
I don't want to waste spell slots on it all the time.
But
Is it a spell slot? For some reason, I thought it was like a ritual.
No, conjure food and drink is not a ritual.
Can we make it a ritual?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll make it a ritual because I can't
But
imagine
the
the scenario.
ritual version only summons bread.
Yes, because I can't imagine the situation wherein you guys are gonna break my game using ritual bread. All
Gotta
right,
survive.
Thus, the
don't make
plot
me regret
begins.
this.
We will bury them in bread. We'll make a ship
No.
out of bread to escape this deserted island.
It's
I don't-
flooding. Just keep making more bread to keep our heads above water.
I don't have a time frame, but for a way I can time code this.
By the way, Blank, something I want to ask about. Half the smites have upcast benefits, half of them don't. Should I do spell research to make one that I want to have upcast benefits have upcast benefits, or?
I think the way we ran it last campaign was just all the smites had upcast of the same effect.
I thought
Alright.
it was that warlocks always had like one level like spell slots anyway, so upcasting wasn't really a thing. It was just you cast at the maximum level.
Well,
He's talking about first paladin levels.
no, I can't use warlock spells to cast paladin smite or paladin smites, but I can use them to cast paladin smite spells. So something like thunderous smite.
You did this to yourself, sir.
Multi-classing in a warlock is weird.
It is, but it's
He's
great.
strong though.
I'm also
I
obsessed with warlock.
legitimately don't understand the mechanics of how to multi-class with warlock, and I'll just trust you to use your best judgment and not break the game. I
Alright.
realize it might not be cool.
Bad person.
but it's
bad
all
person.
I'm-
to do.
No, all I'm asking. So the spell Thunderous Smite doesn't normally have an upcast bonus. If you cast it first level, that's its base level. If you cast it at second level, it doesn't do anything more than first level.
What's
which-
the first level effect?
2d6
thunder
and
damage.
a
Strength save or be pushed 10 feet away and
We'll
knocked.
say we'll add 1d6 for every level cast above first.
yeah, that's what we did last campaign.
Yeah, it
Makes
seems
sense.
fine.
Yep, makes sense to me. Just to interrupt the process here, Ash did buy Vulcan the Giant Blade, so just tell me when I get to Magnamar.
Well, I think we left off with you having
Oh yeah, that's right.
with
What?
you walking in.
Sorry.
Everyone else, I think, was going to go to sleep because it was going to take you like a full-on day, and you would just kind of like show up sometime in the middle of the night because you don't really sleep.
What were the stats on that sword?
It's a +1 magic greatsword, but since its modifier is large, it means that it goes up 1 die in damage. So
2d8, not bad.
yeah, 2d8 damage. But it's going to be 2d8 plus 1.
Hell yeah!
You owe me.
I already. When I get there, I'll immediately pass off the gold to you.
Thanks. It's not like I could access my Roll20 account.
Where is everybody sleeping?
I assume at the normal place, which in this case would be oh shit, the big fancy fucking place, because at this point you guys have enough gold you can afford to be fancy all the time.
Not anymore.
Maybe not. In that case, we'll just go with shit. I'm on the wrong
I
page.
mean, what was it? Or how much gold a night was it?
It was like three gold a night per person.
It was
Yeah, I
like
could
3
probably
gold a
get
night per
that.
room.
Per room,
So we could
that's
just
right.
like we could double, triple up, or whatever.
So I've asked to do his usual routine of sitting outside playing the hurdy-gurdy.
Roll performance for me. Will I look something up?
Hey, heads up.
0
turns out
charisma.
I'm currently on a tornado warning.
Noted.
Oh.
Cybus, your hurdy-gurdy is slightly out of tune. Kind of got banged up in the last combat.
Getting
and
in
now
tune.
it's- And now it's only slightly off key, and like the fact that you're still playing it means that you are that creepy old man playing a slightly off key melody at like 2 a.m.
And I'm a skeleton, so it sounds even creepier.
Oh yeah, you are a nightmare right now. Just letting you know. Enjoying the mental image.
I will go wait outside the shop that tunes hurdy-gurdy and just wait. Wait for them to open.
Yeah, you get it tuned up in the morning. But
make
yeah,
sure you're not in the path of that storm.
I am.
Then take shelter immediately.
I mean, I've been in enough tornado warnings that I have no fear of tornadoes because I've never been killed
That's
by one yet.
not how that works. That is not how that works at all.
That is
I agree
sound
with both
logic
of you.
and reason.
Because having gone to school out in the Midwest, tornadoes are fucking terrifying. But also,
I mean, true.
man, I get solid rest in a goddamn hurricane. So, you know.
That's not how that works either.
I mean, yeah, I'm honestly not that afraid of like hurricanes anymore because I took Sandy, then Irene, and then the other one that was really
Barely
bad.
took
What is this
Sandy, don't
false
get me
equivalency?
started.
Tornadoes are nothing like hurricanes.
Well,
Yeah,
Tornadoes are nothing like hurricanes.
hurricanes are pretty bad. You know, there's water. You
There's
get
a lot
wet.
of water and wind, but the wind doesn't physically
Violently
come
murder
through
you.
your house.
You're absolutely right.
You
But
have a
speaking as somebody who was working EMS during Hurricane Sandy, you'd be surprised how many people drown in their basement.
What? Who's in their basement?
A lot of
People who thought, "Hey, I just want to go
The
hide down
same
here."
people who thinks it's okay to hide underneath an overpass during a tornado.
Also, how do you get trapped in the basement? Just
Have you
just
never
open
watched
the
a horror movie?
door.
These
I don't
people
know.
There's
lived
water-
down on the coast, and the couches started like lifting up, and they pinned against the door so they couldn't get out.
Well, that's a horrible way to die.
Yeah, it's a shitty way to die, but they were warned.
I live below the sea
my
level,
God.
so I don't have basements here. So
You
yeah,
guys don't have basements by you?
I live underneath the water level, so no.
Wait,
People out there really don't.
I don't have a basement.
A lot of people don't have basements.
That's weird.
No one has a
You're
basement.
Below
Basement.
sea level, or you're in an area where there's earthquakes, there aren't basements.
Also kind of requires, foundations to have basements.
Do you
Yeah,
not have a
not
good foundation?
just not a lot of
Some
not a lot
people
of.
live in
I'll be
trailers.
right back. Continue without me.
What about attics? You guys have attics, right?
I mean, yeah, everyone has attics.
No.
Alright, cool.
Maybe
What?
not.
You don't
I've
have a
always had
basement
attics.
or an attic?
Some people convert attics to rooms.
Manufactured
cool.
homes are a thing.
It sounds cool until you have to live in one because attics are consistently 150 degrees.
Unless you get good
Yeah,
ventilation.
alright.
But most aren't built with that.
I was going to say that when I experienced 2 hurricanes, it was scary. 'Cause, I'm afraid of loud noises. Despite what Pieball says, it was kinda
How are you
scary.
afraid of loud noises? You are a loud noise.
Shut
Oh
up,
my
bro.
God.
Ask for your insight, alright? I need you to get closer, alright?
It's true. You're being very quiet today.
But also,
Yeah, I can barely hear her, but I'm afraid to turn her up because I'm afraid she'll realize her mic's messed up and get suddenly left.
Thanks.
Okay.
We love you, Ash.
Love you too.
do you guys like thunderstorms? I like thunderstorms.
No.
They're okay.
I like thunderstorms as long as they stay just that thunderstorm. Make noise, a lot of rain.
It just stays away from my house.
On the one hand, I feel like she's getting back on track. On the other hand, the longer this goes on, the less content I have to burn through.
Cool.
Anyway.
Impressive. Very nice.
But yeah, the Defiance Garden, by the way, is the name of the big fancy place. Anyone who's not staying there can go into something less ostentatious, like the Fancy Reef Claw or some shit. I don't know.
Ah, jeez, Rodders of the Pack Keeper are fucking expensive.
Can I
Yeah,
Of course they are.
I mean, you go for a tattoo. What could go wrong?
Can I ask?
I don't know, sacrifice a child.
Can you ask? Oh, okay, yeah. You're not actually here.
Yeah, I gave her.
Given if you're staying at the Defiance Garden and you're like paying 3 gold, fucking they could tell anyone anything you want.
What?
Hang on, I'm opening up this thing.
You've heard it before.
Yeah, I think I have. But anyway, yeah, you can tell the people at Defiance Garden to not give your location away, essentially, to anyone who might be asking.
But what if I pay them double to go to figure out her location?
Well, that remains to be seen. Okay, enough of that. But yeah, I don't know if Salmon's back yet. Guess not.
Hey, Pieball, got one last question for you real quick.
Hello.
Not Pieball, sorry. Damn it. Poncho. P.
Yeah.
Is your mic on voice activation?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna turn you down to a 25 just to be
sorry,
safe.
Voice act? No, I'm on push.
Okay, so we won't hear it. Cool.
Yeah.
God damn it, there was a song I actually really liked that I was going to use, but I forgot the name of it.
Is
More
it
on this
All
later.
Might's theme?
No. It's like the opposite of All Might's theme.
All for One's theme?
I mean, points, but also no.
The Dragon Slayer Ornstein?
I'm just confused. Hang on.
Yes. Since we're all waiting here, can I show you guys something?
Go for it. I don't know where you're sending it, though.
The group chat?
Yep, you have a cat.
But its mouth is open.
I love them.
I know. Isn't he cute? If you steal him, Pieball, I'll fucking shoot you in the back.
No, you won't. I'll be too fast.
I like it wasn't even that, like, I won't do it. It was just, you can't stop me. I'll be too fast.
Yeah.
You can't kill what you can't catch.
Dude, I'm a pretty fast runner. I was the 13th fastest in my grade.
Great.
But you forget. I'm a pretty good shot.
You can't outrun a bullet or a car.
Yeah, you is right.
But I could outrun her eyes
Yeah, but
AKA, I steal the cat and come all the way back to New Jersey before she even notices the cat is gone. Thus, where's she gonna shoot? What's up?
my
Hello,
car.
Mr. President. I would like to nuke the general area of New Jersey.
Oh my god.
Why nuke? I mean, when gas would work.
You know, my car might be shit. It has, almost broken down a couple of times. But I'm pretty sure I'll outrun your pasty little ass. Well,
Yo,
actually,
you're gonna drive
definitely.
all the way up to fucking New Jersey just to get me?
Just to
Sure.
get my cat, because he's my fucking cat.
From
Blank.
Jersey.
Jersey.
What's up?
Using
Makes so
my
sense.
+1 breastplate as a basis, kind of, for it. How much would it cost me to get a set of either mithril half plate or mithril full plate, keeping that +1 enchantment?
Hang on. So you're talking about mithril. What armor do you currently have again?
I have a +1 breastplate.
And you want to make it a
Also-
+1 mithril breastplate. Breastplate.
+1 mithril half plate, if possible. If it's mithril breastplate, I mean, I guess I could add more parts to it to make it half plate, and then add more parts to make it full plate eventually. But the point of the mithril is to get rid of the disadvantage on stealth with half plate or full plate.
Hey, question. What are you doing?
Give me a second to do some math.
Also, Pi,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me know who to turn to when my cat goes missing. And I know you don't live in fucking New Jersey. You live in Florida.
Damn, you caught me. You caught me. I live in Florida.
Don't fucking lie to me.
I'm not. You
Just
caught me
did.
red-handed. You just said I live in Florida. I live in Florida. You're right.
Yeah, you said you live in New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm sorry for lying about that. It was the first state that I thought of.
Isn't
Uh-huh.
When
Wait.
is New Jersey the first state anyone thinks about?
I thought your first would be Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
That would have been the first.
How much gold do you have on you, sir?
Me?
Let me
For
do
the
my math.
purposes of your mithril half plate. Because-
1,665 at the moment.
Then no.
Well, how much
You
is
were-
it looking for a
it's,
down
it's
payment?
looking like 10,000
What? What?
because it's 500 pound. It's 500 gold per pound mithril or per pound of mithril. And you're talking
Oh,
about 20
you-
pounds.
You do it different than Say Magical does then.
I mean, I'm just saying. I have to base it on something, and this is just general. You know what? Because that's the thing. I was like, let's ballpark. 10,000 is the upper end. Let's say that 5,000 is the lower end, and you only have 1,000. It's not gonna happen.
Wait.
Well, the Sane Magical does it by add 800 to the cost of whatever armor
Wait.
it is for mithril armor.
You're wanting to use your iron-plated armor, assuming, to be the template for mithril? You have to replace all of the iron with mithril?
Or just move the enchantment over.
You still have to buy the
I don't think it
mithril, though.
Was it magical +1 or was it just non-magical +1?
I don't know what you told. I was told magical, or I was just told +1 breastplate. I don't know if it's magical or not.
Yeah,
I was given it by Jack.
I think it was non-magical.
Yeah.
So it's just a really well-made breastplate. It's not magically well-made.
Okay.
I do that sometimes where it's like I don't like the idea that all armor is exactly equal in how well it was made, and I don't like that all armor that's better must be magical. So occasionally I'll say it's just really well-made armor, therefore +1.
We call that masterwork.
Yeah, borrowing shit from Pathfinder.
Yeah.
That thing is tiny.
All right. I wasn't sure how you do mithril armor, so you do it way more expensive than saying magical prices does it.
I mean, yeah.
Not an issue. I was just
Not spitting venom.
I just don't. Hang on. Where do you see that in same magic items? Like, it's not that I don't believe you. I just want to make sure that I'm using the
combat
right-
items. It's like the third item down, mithril armor, and they have an addendum on it that it says you take that number and add it to the base cost of the armor. For anything that's like a +1 or adamantium or mithril.
Right, mithril 800. Yeah. We'll split the difference and say 2,500, but it's still a little bit out of your price range. But keep that number down as the basis. It's a little bit more expensive than same magic items, but it's still not 10,000. You'll probably be able to afford it soon. Speaking of which, I don't think you guys got paid for successfully completing your quest.
I already put the numbers in. For me.
Never mind.
I would love to take the extra money, Blank, but I'm gonna be honest here. You did pay us 600.
I depend on you guys to be honest, because otherwise I will just not have any. Yeah. I don't know shit.
There's suddenly an influx of gold in Magnamar. Where did it come from?
I'm just going to accept Sam as ever coming back. So anyway,
Fuck him.
Quick question.
so go for it.
The exchange rate on diamonds for gold, is it a safe currency I can put money in?
I mean,
Basically what I'm
no,
asking
because it's just as easy to steal diamonds as it is to steal gold, if that's what you're asking.
No, I'm more asking that, like, just carry divisible by 300 worth of diamonds per my gold, just so that I'll have extra revivifies if necessary. But if I ever want to spend money, I can.
I mean, again, I'm going to assume that if you say that you spend 300 gold by diamonds in the place that you did, I'm not gonna be like, did you buy them in town? Like, if you have 300 gold on you, it can
It's a
safely be
fair
assumed
point.
that you'll have. Yeah, I know it is, but I'm not gonna be that.
So basically, as long as we have the gold for even a revivify spell, we're fine.
Basically, yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys keep count of your ammunition or your.
You will have to keep track of your reputation gains and status with Syvas, though.
I mean, there is that.
What do you mean? Huh?
You'll figure it out.
I mean, I do remember reading a thing about reputation and status.
You played
as
well, right?
Part of this game. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how you gain reputation and you lose reputation?
Yeah.
You need to be favorable.
But anyway,
Oh, that's what you mean with Syva specifically. I thought you were talking because there was a mechanic that was like part of this type of campaign that was like there was actually reputation as a thing, but I'm guessing at this point we're not using it.
so you guys did technically speaking get paid, but we never actually like role played you guys going back to Sheila and all that nonsense. So let's assume that all of you guys wake up in the various taverns wherever you decide to go to sleep, even fancy or less fancy. Vulcan will have his hurdy-gurdy is tuned after having scared away most of the business in the sector. But well, I'll just have to RP as Vulcan. He's gonna have to fucking accept it. But is there anything else you guys want to do before heading out to get the money that I've already given you?
I need the bird.
Again, the only place they'd really have birds would be the Lord Mayor's Menagerie. But
You said to be at this one place called the Rat.
that's right. I forgot about it.
Oh my god.
I forgot about this whole thing. Because it's one of those things where I was like, oh no, what have I done? Okay, do you want to go to the Rat?
Yes, with Vulcan. That's why I've been waiting for Sandman.
Alright. Well, Sandman's never coming back again. So it's too bad. Now you have
Someone at him.
Which channel should I? Yeah, I'm too bad at it. There's a lot of stuff.
long range sword long-range sword is not an easy-to-find item because it's kind of a gimmick that will be like, why don't you just get a heavy crossbow or something like that? The Shadowglass daggers seem like they'd be a black market item just because that's the tool of a fucking assassin.
The fuck is that?
Terrifying.
Only for
cool
silly
item.
things on D&D. I have a whole fucking folder for just wacky birds.
I thought that Gray didn't want to kill people. What's he getting Shadowglass daggers for?
I just want a cool magic item that does extra damage. And also, if the only damage is on the inside, then they can see that they need to change their inner thoughts. And I could, say, by the way, go to a doctor.
Totally legit.
Your liver's ruptured.
So bright and early, Jax is gonna wake up, and Vulcan, who is still not here, is going to have at this point returned overnight. I may have started a revolution. Thank you. Here is the monetary compensation. I hope one day to be able to raise them as warriors and lead them in battle. An army. An army of kobold gunslingers.
Okay.
I love them, Jax.
I know you do. You love everybody.
Let us go procure a bird.
I don't think.
Vulcan doesn't know that.
Okay. You don't know that.
You didn't tell anyone.
I want to get you a bird. This place called the Rat.
Well, great. Did you tell anyone about that? Because if so,
No.
pick a random person that you could be like, yeah, me and Aiden had a moment.
Nah.
All right.
I didn't tell anyone. Not yet, at least.
But yeah, the two of you head down to the underbridge, which again, pretty fucking seedy place. There may or may not be just a dead corpse that's kind of like perpetually being like hit by the tide. Never enough to actually get washed out to sea, but just kind of getting shoved up shore. Underbridge is not a fun place. And heading to the Rat, it's another one of the pillars, essentially the same as the crow piling that you cleared earlier. This one isn't located out in the water, though. It's actually on land. It's weird. It's kind of got like a window. Think kind of like a drive-through almost, where there is like a way to get into the building, but like business is conducted through like a little window. And you see a pretty greasy-looking kind of older dude. Pretty heavy scarring on his face, seeing this giant fucking robot and gunslinger type coming along. Gets a little bit cagey, but keeps his ground. Hey, what do you want?
I heard down the grapevine that you sell a good assortment of birds or avian animals.
See him kind of glance left and right. Looking for birds, eh?
Yeah.
Eh, we got birds.
Is your name Rick?
Wait, what?
Morty.
Is your name
No.
Rick?
That's a weird reference to go for there.
Sorry.
No, name's Doolin.
Oh.
But,
Hi.
what kind of bird you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a kind of bird that's any kind of bird. To be honest, one that's not too big like eagle, but not too small either.
Well, we got the bright ones. We got the more drab ones. We got fast ones. We're not talking about the same. I'm talking about drugs. Are you talking about drugs?
Oh. I looked at Vulcan.
The birds were a code name. I was unaware.
Run. I start running.
All right, Vulcan's just gonna run with you. God damn it, Sandman, where are you?
He's
Feels
dipped.
feels bad, man.
I wanted to see how far I could play that, but I couldn't play it very far. Yeah, no. The rat the rat does not actually sell birds.
You really thought they were actually going to sell birds out?
I was hoping
I
to go
mean-
further, and you would have given her a bird, and then she'd just come back high off her head.
It's just weirdly secretive about his birds. Just hands her a pigeon. Never tell anyone.
And
But
the
no.
drugs are actually in the shape of birds.
But we'll go ahead and fast forward and say that eventually you do find someone selling birds at the Bazaar of Sales, only because the Bazaar of Sales doesn't have like set rotation of items. So yeah, probably someone selling exotic pets at any given time.
I
What
want
kind
a
of bird?
fucking- I want a fucking bird.
Like a parrot or like a big bird? Like what kind of bird?
A bird that
I look
fucks?
I got a bird for that. Hang on.
What kind of bird are you interested in?
We don't have Vulcan here. We don't know.
Yeah, well, his loss.
We'll just assume that whatever kind of bird he wants, we'll get that kind of bird. We'll fill in the blanks later.
I will pay for the bird if you get this bird for Sam.
It's like 4 gold for like this bird. 'Cause it's still an exotic bird. You still got to like bring it in from like some tropical forest region.
I want him to have this bird.
Okay, I'll make him roll an animal handling check. We'll assume that he keeps it in a cage so that it doesn't just immediately fly off into the sunset free.
This is not a bird
Could
that
be
flies.
a cockatiel. Cockatiel.
How do you know? It could be a bird that flies.
Now look at the video.
Oh, you actually sent a thing. Hang on.
You know,
God, he's
actually,
got sharp claws.
I actually want to get him a cockatiel because cockatiels
He's getting a bit
became
frisky.
the top.
Ow. Ow.
And Vulcan might be
Do you think
interested in that.
he's actually attempting
A
a sort of
talking
mating
bird.
ritual?
That is not a character.
He is. Oh, you must. You are being shagged. Or not. Ow. God, sharp. Look, he's so happy.
Why did you have that video?
One of the funniest things I've ever
What?
I have been to places. I have seen things.
You are being shagged by a rare parrot.
Don't worry.
I'm still very set on the cockatiel.
Yep, screw it. We're just gonna barge forward. So bird thing out of the way. What's everyone else up to? Is anyone are we doing anything else, or are we just gonna?
He's getting a bit
I'm just
frisky.
looking around for any store that sells magical items because I want to buy something magical.
He is.
Yeah,
You don't
but
have enough.
Or
You don't
illegal.
have enough money unless it's consumable.
Or not. Ow. God, sharp. Look, he's so
what kind of magic
happy.
items? Because they're not gonna have any swords. That's not a thing that people sell really.
I don't think he has the same magical price thing. I'm gonna post it in chat.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have like
There, use that.
898.
That's not a huge amount for magic items. That's a lot for non-magic items. Magic items are
You
expensive.
could get a vicious weapon, maybe. You could, which isn't really magical. It's mundane technically.
Wait, what's vicious?
It doesn't. I think it does extra damage if you crit, but that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
You could get a helm of comprehend languages, a drift globe. Or trident of fish command.
Drift globe is basically just a flashlight. It's a really good flashlight though.
You
Do I actually have a light spell?
You could get an ivory goat or a golden lion, which are like these little things that turn into animals or whatever, but they only do it like once per week. And you could get a fair amount of the consumable items.
I'll just hold off for now.
Me with like 1,500 gold, I can't get shit.
Shit's expensive.
Yeah,
We'll get to that point in the game where you guys are rolling in dough, but it's not going to be at level 6.
I just want like a +2 ring of persuasion, you know?
At level 6, you guys have enough for potions and shit. You don't have enough to start buying Vorpal swords.
Speaking of, I am going to go for a potion of speed.
Okay. We'll just assume that you roll whatever the price or whatever the average is. That's fine.
Well, I was going to haggle.
All right. So yeah, once again at the Bazaar sales, you kind of wander around enough, because at this point I want to fucking haggle because I'm trying to kill time. Because where the fuck is Sandman?
All right.
But yeah. How much is a gem or a potion of
Normally
average?
400.
All right. How much you offer?
How about 300?
350.
320.
No, I'm gonna go with 350.
Uh, 335.
Or 350.
I mean, I don't need it that bad. I guess you
I'm-
can keep it.
I guess so. That's a shame. You only 13 more gold. You could have had it.
All right, 13 more gold. 348 it is.
I didn't say I was good at math.
You just said 13 more gold, sir. Not my fault you're bad at math.
You don't have a potion of speed.
58.
Anyone buying anything else? No? Going once? Going
Surprisingly,
twice?
not a lot for clerics to buy.
That's a no from me, boss.
Alright.
Sivas, you could get a bead of smiting.
Bead of anything seemed like... Wait, what? Smiting?
So, prayer bead of smiting would be very useful for you. Or prayer beads in general are useful for you.
Sounds
They're
like something
give
useful
you
for you.
once. No, clerics only, I believe.
Let me
Look
this
up prayer beads. Look up prayer beads and read them.
Actually, I was thinking, is it possible I could find a potion of bark skin? No?
Ooh.
Why would you want bark skin?
It's the first thing I came up with, alright?
But it
Plus
just
your
gives you a...
AC.
No, all it does is gives you an AC of 6. Your AC can't be lower than 16. Great for druids who are shape-shifting, but nothing else.
Oh, yeah. It's a rare, wondrous item. Do they have...
Is there any kind of potions that can increase my AC? Just by 2 or something?
You can increase your AC with the potion of speed, and gaining an extra action of attack, which is why I kind of just bought one, and get advantage on dex saves.
Was that basically just haste?
How much was that?
Yeah, it's haste.
Yeah, it's haste. 400 gold if you're at like base price.
No thank you.
I mean, that's pretty cheap for a potion.
Thank you.
Yeah, do they have any prayer beads on the market?
Yeah, it's easy to assume they have anything that's on the list, really. Aside from, like, anything to, like, rare. Anything more
is rare.
rare, anything very rare. Then, yeah, they'll probably have it. Hang
I
on.
don't have
He'll
the
be
list.
back, Sandman will be back soon.
How long is he going to be gone for?
Apparently, I had to run over to Ireland real quick.
But
He
yeah.
also threatened to steal his dog, too, so...
Yeah, you can easily buy anything on the list, really. For at the price.
Where's this list posted? Oh, same magic.
Yeah.
About to spend our Revivify fund.
Again, as long as you're you're safe, no one else is.
Yeah, the faction reputation system is everybody's kind of low. Oh,
Yeah, prayer
the word
beads
fund.
are amazing. Oh, druids. Oh, sorry, paladins can use prayer beads. Neat.
I can't. What? It says there are 6 mentions of it in here, but it's not highlighting them, so I don't know where they are.
Oh, prayer beads. I mean, go to.
Do you have a page?
They should be under the.
Prayer bead of smiting is 1500. All of them are underneath combat items.
Yep.
Prayer bead of smiting is 1500. Prayer bead of bless is 2000.
Oh, you have to roll for it. That's okay. You have to roll for what I find.
Well, if you find it out in the field, but if you're
okay.
buying them directly, you buy them for 1,500 gold for a Furby of Smiting, 2,000 for Furby to Bless.
4,000 for curing. Then it
what?
gets more expensive. So at that point, Prayer Beat of Summons is 128,000.
Well, it's useful.
Is it some?
Someone out there is selling a Holy Avenger for 165,000.
Game changing. I love how this is.
Just will trade sword for castle. But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and skip over to you guys meeting with Sheila, because shopping is great and all, but I think that's everything. And I am eager to, because it's been an hour. But yeah, you guys all get sleep, buy your birds, buy your items, find some potions, haggle a bit. Doesn't need to be all of you, by the way, but whoever is, I think currently, who has the Shard of Lust? Who picked it up? Isn't
Tentoria has
holding on
it.
to?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Tentoria.
It has it, right?
There's also
Tentoria has it.
Yeah.
Okay, so who also wasn't here? Good times. Just me gonna be playing after party. But yeah, showing up, we'll go ahead and say that she kind of shoves any other business she has aside, like, fuck it later, and eagerly greets you, ignoring basically anything else currently in her office. And she's like, yeah, you come back. You came back. I admit, I'm a little bit more surprised each time. I mean, obviously there are dangers and any number of terrible things that could happen to you, but yet here you are. Let's see it. And Tentoria will unwrap it and place it very carefully, not touch it actually. While Sheila grabs an iron stone from a nearby dresser. It's a good thing you got here when you did. I just managed to procure this later, early in the week. Here we go. And she's going to very carefully, again, trying not to touch it, guide the iron stone into a little depression inside the side of the shard. And you watch as this formerly kind of like silvery metallic shard turns into the same kind of bronzed copperish color that all the other shards you currently have are. That should do it. Should be stabilized. Ready for attunement to whoever is, and she'll hand it back to 10. I guess that should be yours. Go use it. And since 10's not here, I'll go ahead and roll insight for her.
My dress back on. Yeah.
She rolled a natural 1.
Seems legit.
Good job.
Oh.
Good job.
Am I using it right? Do you just close your eyes and think about seeing things? No, you need to like, I guess, meditate on it a little bit. I haven't really done it myself. Just try to like use a scrying spell, but with it. I'm seeing the back of my eyelids. Okay, give it to someone else.
Uh-oh.
Vulcan
Welcome
immediately
back.
shoots up. What were we doing?
Hi.
You have a bird now.
It's cockatiel.
It is the exact word I.
Okay, I'm going back to read.
I hate geese. Anyway,
Giant shag parrot.
I'm sorry.
I will let the type of bird you have up to you. Like you can choose that. The point is that we are currently getting the. We just got the new shard stabilized and neutralized. Tentoria tried to roll insight on it and rolled a natural 1, so you guys have no idea what the next left shard is. And Sheila is like, okay, give it to someone else. Let them try.
I can try.
I can
Or something.
try.
I mean, any of you can try. Just keep in mind that you don't want one person attuning to 2 shots at the same time, because the protection might not be that protective.
I could. Ash, you wanna do a quick little rock paper scissors?
Cybus is like grabs it. It's like you're
Yeah.
like, hang on, we need to decide. Cybus, yoink. All right, attuning to it is a little bit of process. You kind of grab it, kind of think on it a little bit.
Oh wait,
Try to-
guidance. 11.
All right, using a little bit of help from your bread, but focusing a little bit. Yeah, you start trying to blot out everyone else. Like in the background, Vulcan. Are you attuned to it yet? Are you attuned to it yet?
Are you attuned to me yet? How about now? Now.
But blocking all that out, eventually get to the point where you kind of like almost daydream a scenario, and what you see is a giant hexagonal city. And again, from a bird's eye view, kind of in the middle of like an open field, essentially. Kind of almost carved in the side of a mountain, really. A lot of bustling activity, and as it kind of zooms in further, it goes through most of the city, through one of the buildings, and as soon as it reaches ground level, your vision blacks out. But you do have a pretty clear idea of where this is, approximately, and conveying it, the geography of the city, as well as the odd landmark around it, essentially. She'll go, I know what that is. That's Kayamaga. So it's actually very far away from where we are. Very far away, in fact. That's going to be quite the trip. But we do have people. We have contacts there. We can certainly coordinate some kind of effort. I actually have a contact there right now. Hang on, what was the name? You see her kind of like scramble back to her desk, like go through like a little, essentially like a Rolodex. They didn't have the future then. They didn't have smartphones, but flip through some things. By boat, approximately 2 weeks, and you will want to take a boat.
Is it north, south, east, west?
Northwestish? Yeah, hang on, and she will pull up a map. And by map...
Vulcan will immediately drop his finger right on where it is.
Yeah, because Vulcan knows where everything is, goddammit.
Smile.
Let's see if we actually can. Do it.
Sure, you want me to?
I mean, I just put up a map, but it's labeled.
Oh, it's labeled. Oh, it is. So it is.
Yes, you'll want to take the river, and you can obviously go by land, but you're not really saving any time, and the river is a little bit faster. You know, obviously you can get a ship, not have to walk it, but yes, it'll be probably longer than 2 weeks. It's a very long distance. But yes, we certainly have a contact. Shardus, I believe, was his name. Half-orc, a gentleman of interesting talents, but reliable at the very least. He's proven himself in the Pathfinder Association. Should be able to assist you. Certainly knows the lay of the land better than I would. I've only been to Kayamaga twice, I believe. Nicer than you would think. Not so nice that you should keep your coin purses uncovered, but you know this already. But yes, that's going to be an issue. Hang on. You're going to want some things for this. And she's going to head back to her dresser and start like digging around pretty frantically through all kinds of stuff. Okay. We'll need a ship. We could just use the same ship. You didn't burn any bridges with Captain Braun, did you? He seemed a little bit... He left what you could call a bad review. He said that there were a lot of kobolds.
Yes.
There were.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter to me because this is far more important than he is. But he's. I'm sure I could convince him to take you guys again. He seems blackmailable. Would you all be fine using that?
What did she say? What was the last thing she said?
Would you all be fine using that boat?
I would be more than happy to be with good captain again. Please inform him that there will be no kobolds on this trip. I cannot promise what I will be taking back this time.
That seems more than fine. Okay. Down payment. How much do I have on me? I'm gonna take a loan. If you all would stay another night, that would be ideal. But I'm going to need to pull some strings and find some money. Essentially, I have plenty of assets I could burn for this kind of thing. But obviously, you know, you don't just carry several thousand gold in a purse strings. That'd be crazy. But absolutely, I plan on at least paying you half up front, and as per our usual arrangements, a little bit more each time I think is warranted, especially if you're going all the way to Karmaga. That is quite a trek, and also built on top of some not so pleasant things. So that's likely to happen. I think that it's probably going to be approximately 20,000 gold. That sounds fair. Is that fair? That sounds fair.
That sounds fair.
Okay, so 20,000 upfront and 20,000 upon your safe return with the shard. Honestly, at this point, I'd worry that you're going to, die and leave them all in the bottom of some godforsaken dungeon like everyone else. But at this point, me holding on to them seems even worse. I mean, there's any number of things that could happen. Stop with the world, though. I get your reference. I get your goddamn JoJo's reference.
Now that's 20,000 split amongst the group, correct?
It is.
Split between you all and not me specifically.
Is Jack even here, or is he out doing his own thing?
I mean, at this point, he'd probably have left. Also noting, I didn't realize that Windsong Abbey is actually not that far away, relatively speaking.
So 20,000 divided by 6 and not 7?
I didn't even know it was on the map. I thought it was farther away than that.
I mean, I can just catch up to the party later. As far as speed goes, that's not really an issue for me.
It's true.
Correct.
At that point, it comes down to whether or not you'd want to, because at that point, the party's off doing their own thing, and you've done your own quest. So you could, and I'd say that it'd probably take you, a little bit to catch up with them, but that's on you.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Because I could just as easily continue playing Jack and not have to deal with balancing issues and all that.
It's your call.
Let's do that.
Okay, for now, we'll assume that you're going to be a little bit behind the party, but you'll join up in, we'd say, probably by the time you guys actually start doing shit in Karmaga is when Jack will join back.
I'll also get rid of that ace, because no one needs a fucking giant werewolf capacity. Because fuck that shit.
The polymorph one.
Yeah, along with the lycanthropy potion.
Again, one of those things where I give you guys an item, not really thinking about the balance. And I'm like, it'll be fine, and then I realize afterwards, oh no, that could destroy a person.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and subtract those both from my inventory.
Okay. Also, if you want to do a legitimate Jack one shot, then I'd be more than down. Because if you want to actually play that through, especially if Jack's gonna be joining up with the party later, because I did that before, if you remember, with for example, fucking Scyllin and Silas's magical fucking adventure.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's necessary. Just because the ace is dude, fucking whale nuking someone is just
it's
so much.
It is a story you could tell your coworkers.
Oh yes. Speaking of which, dude, I got an email at work that said that addressed someone named Thaddeus, for not doing shit, and I about freaked out because I was I sent a response to that 2 weeks ago. The hell are you talking about? I only got blank stares when I realized, oh, we have an intern named Thaddeus.
That's amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Thaddeus the intern.
I mean, I've had similar experiences whenever someone's when referring to blank as a name, just get some blank guy in here, and I'm no, that's not me.
I'll just put it out there. Anytime I write the word blank now, I automatically capitalize.
It is kind of stupid.
Yeah, same.
On the way home, I passed the Blank Street.
I have a street named after me.
You.
So
Yeah, I've said before that my Amazon account is linked with blank first name blank last name mage. So I have packages that arrive at my doorstep labeled blank mage, and I'm I think I'm referred to blank more often than I am as my actual name. And at that point, is it just semantics? Which one's the real me now?
I mean,
I'm
I always
Batman.
go by Poncho, but that ain't my first name. But yeah, I also always do exactly that when I order shit. It's the Great or his High Lord, just because companies don't care. That shit's hilarious.
But yeah, you guys have a destination. You'll have to coordinate with Braun, and in the morning, because this is an amount of money you can just throw it at someone. She'll have payment ready for you guys in essentially like promissory form, not hard cash form. Probably safer. She can probably like arrange that when you guys actually get to Karmaga, that you'll pick up like from the Bank of Abadar that much gold, rather than carrying it for 2 weeks. Although she'll probably ask if that's cool with you guys, because you might want to use it before you actually leave too.
Considering Margamar's market.
Yeah. So you know what? Never mind. She'll pay it to you up front. Again, just within 24 hours.
Then yeah, I actually have some stuff I want to buy.
That means shopping round 2. What have I done? Hang on.
Should have done that first.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest question I have is, what can I get in Artificer?
What's 20,000 divided by 6? Actually,
7.
Jack said he wasn't going to get any, so 5.
Oh yeah.
No, wait, it is 6.
It's 6 without Jack. And
without
Vulcan
Jack.
already did the math. It's in the chat.
10 isn't here. I just forgot that she existed.
3,333 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper. Each.
There you go. That's how much you now have. Let's fast forward on the shopping. Go ahead and assume that prices are permanent, and that you can get anything that's on the list that it is at least of rare, but not very rare or legendary. Not that you could afford that anyway.
Immediately starts looking for the rarest, the very rare, the cheapest very rare object on the list. There we go. Words.
Oh yeah, we're going for some Papa Bless.
Girl immediately finds out that I already bought a very rare object.
I mean, I'm not too concerned about it.
The potion of speed.
But yeah, if we're God damn it, where's that song I wanted to use? You guys ever have a song that's like really awesome and like, but it's not memorable enough because it's like labeled like track 17 out of 37?
Oh,
I'm pretty good with
all
music.
the damn time.
Just need to find it.
Oh, hello.
Hi there.
Let me turn that cut
I
off.
sent you messages in the friendship.
Yeah, I got that.
Can I get a disguise kit?
Yeah, those are cheap as shit.
And thieves' tools?
Again, cheap as shit.
I'm pretty sure I have thieves' tools. I can't check it right now.
My hands is my
Okay,
thieves'
I give
tools.
up. I give up on finding this thing. I'm not gonna find it. There's too many songs it could be. But if we're fast forwarding on all the shopping round 2, we can assume that you guys are just gonna go to bed and wait another day for your, because your gold still hasn't even come in yet. Let's be honest. But for Sheila to set up the arrangements for Braun to make another trip out to Karmaga, and your gold. So, is there anything anyone wants to do with their one extra day they didn't expect to get?
Bake bread.
Okay, you can make bread as a ritual.
And bake it and make it extra tasty.
I'm wondering what to make you roll for this, because he's like getting handed out like on a street corner.
No, this is stuff I'd be selling. If it doesn't sell, I'll then hand it out. So I won't tell anybody.
Roll performance again to try to
I mean,
generate interest in your bread.
damn, if I'd known I would need charisma, I would have put points.
You keep doing shit that isn't like. Yeah, 16. Yeah, I'd say you probably make 2 gold. Bread is cheap as shit.
Hey,
It's
you watch your
bread.
mouth.
It's bread. It costs like a copper for like a loaf of bread.
You'll speak of bread with reverence.
And that's your entire day of just hawking bread in the corner. No, it's okay. I'm rotting, but it's quite sanitary. But yeah, can someone find some music that is suitably ominous?
I would, but I cannot change anything because of the way Setman just set up the server.
Darkest Dungeon!
I said
Oh,
ominous.
Nice.
Sandman has
Ominous,
to do it all.
not actively scary.
Yeah, unless we go to
Something
another server,
from
Setman
Hollow
has
Knight
to
will
do it.
work.
It is not scary. Darkest Dungeon is not that scary.
That's
It's
our point.
it's intense. I'll put it that way. It's
Yeah.
intense. I don't want intense. I want ominous. There's a difference. I don't know if Sandman has even heard any of that. Did he leave again? I swear to God.
Did he?
There's actually varying levels of ominous. Tense ominous.
Okay. Taking matters in my own hands.
Wait, I'm still looking.
Do I even
But you
have
could also
access?
start looking too.
Do I even have
No.
access to the music thing?
No,
Yeah,
you
so I
don't.
couldn't do it if I wanted to.
I mean, he might have left it open for you, but most of us, I think you have to have a special role on the server. If you being offline, I can't even tell what role you're.
Maybe he did, but even so, I'll need to find the thing I want to put on.
Actually, test. Fredboat's working.
Okay, I might have something.
Welcome back.
Fredboat's working on the other server.
On the other one?
Yes.
We just
Back to the other
abandoned
one.
Sandman.
Back.
Hello. I also have a song.
Ooga.
Poor Sandman. So we should probably let Sandman know we moved.
They'll figure it out.
Just like, oh, everyone's gone. I guess we're done.
I just screamed back to the other server, so if he really thought that we just finished, then
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
if he was there,
Oh wait, yeah, yeah, classic.
I wonder
So
if I
how-
still have it in Curse of Strahd.
How do I play a song on this one?
Oh, shit, do I actually have this? You'll have to figure it out. I'm still looking things up.
Let's see if that works. That's not the
No.
song I wanted to play.
Also, no. God
Why
damn
the
it.
every time it goes straight to the first song in the playlist? All right, hold on.
Here's the real
You
question.
can't play it in the playlist. You have to pick out the individual one. Don't put in
Can
the
I,
playlist.
if I put
Just
if
the
I
one you
put an
want.
MP3 in the thing, does it work?
in the in roll 20. Yes. It's actually not that hard to set up. I don't know why Sandman doesn't like. Wait, I get traveling down some river ominous music.
Hang on. I'm busy trying to think. God damn it! It didn't drag it to the library. It just decided
Oh, no.
to open it as a thing.
Yeah, you have to first open it. Go to the jukebox and select
We
add
got oats back.
Nice.
God damn it! There's a thing I want to play, and it's gonna be great if I can fucking do it.
Why do we have sad
Hello.
music? What did I miss?
I died.
Yeah, the bird that was humping your head just looked over at her and ripped her head off.
I have decided that it is a kingfisher.
Kingfisher?
Yes.
Can you show me a picture?
They got beaks for days.
Oh, they're cute.
Oh, good lord! You do have an entire playlist.
I prefer this one.
Nope. Here's what we're gonna do. Someone, how do I add that song to the thing?
I gotcha.
Is this some anime shit?
Of course, it's some anime shit. Who do you think I am?
Come on, Ash.
Have you not seen his profile picture?
Can I just ask what the context is? Like, why is all this happening?
I'm about to fucking go into that.
It's some fucking.
Give me one.
Oh, Kira no Kyuka, yeah.
Someone who's a fucking nerd.
Hold on, Apocrypha. God damn it.
You're too slow.
Welcome to the least ominous setup that's ever been. Thank you. I'm your host, Blank Mage.
Where is it? The character
How do I make scary music happen? Where are the Cheetos?
The Cheetos?
It's a reference.
It's a reference.
You don't want to be turned
A
into a
good
tiger.
reference.
Is there any Mountain Dew?
So somebody give me the setup. What happened?
You guys all went
We
to bed.
don't know yet.
You all went to bed because you're all waiting for the next day to happen.
I don't sleep.
You don't sleep. This isn't about you, Vulcan.
I had things to do, but go ahead. This first.
You all go to sleep in your again either fancy or less fancy accommodations, whichever one you chose. Aiden, you wake up.
Oh no.
Hang on, what? Whatever. Aiden, you wake up. In the exact room you fell asleep in. It's the same, but notably you're alone. It seems like it's the middle of the night, and any people that were in the street or any people that were in the same room with you seem to have just vanished. Outside the window,
I would have slept alone in my room.
Even so, then even just
it's just very quiet.
It's very quiet. It's ominously quiet. Even it's even in the middle of the night. There's still the sound of birds. There's still the sound of like people being drunk at 2 a.m. or arguing about shit outside. There's none of that. In the middle of a city, it is dead silent. And outside the window, you see there is a incredibly thick fog. Like visibility 5 feet. You can't see shit. Whatever happened there is not what I meant to happen.
Was that Aiden's inner thoughts?
For some reason, it's suddenly Toho.
What happened? What do you mean?
Is it just me? Oh, never mind.
You're still playing it in
I'm still playing it in YouTube, and it went to the next song, and I was like,
yep.
I'm sorry, guys, that's not the right song. It was.
No, we're still going. We're good.
We're good then.
Classic.
But yeah, it's things are not as they should be. What are you up to?
I mean, honestly, the fog seems almost fitting for Aiden. So he's kind of taking this almost as a sign that his God's presence is near at the moment, and just gonna sit down in meditation.
Okay.
Basically, is my target closer than I thought?
You sit down, try to figure out what this means, try to meditate a little bit on what this is. When you open your eyes next, you notice that the room's kind of gone, and you're kind of in the middle of really nowhere. From somewhere in the mist, because again, visibility is so poor that seeing anything is almost impossible. But either in front of you, maybe somewhere to the side, a voice kind of rings out. It's been a while, Aiden. I do so hope you've been enjoying my gifts.
Our deal is, my half of it is received, and now I work for you.
Oh, honestly, you do make it sound so dour. I mean, I've given you nothing but help since your Unfortunate little accident. I didn't have to, now did I? Let's be honest, do you really prefer death to this?
I doubt you would let me even see my kinsman again if I died.
Oh, honestly, you need to relax a little bit. I'm sure there's a giant out there. I'd be more than happy to relieve you of my little handiwork. But that's not what matters right now. Now, I do realize I have a reputation to uphold, and I'm going to skip the song and dance and cut to the chase. Fortunately for you, there haven't been many people I've needed out of my way recently. That's about to change, Aiden. See, there's something of a chess game going on right now, and infuriatingly enough, I wasn't invited. Not that that matters, because lo and behold, I have a piece on the board. You've somehow managed to get your mangled hands on an artifact of respectable power. It's a shame you have to share it, but we'll get to that, don't you worry. As it stands, it just so happens we're after the same thing. I want those shards, and you want... I guess it doesn't matter what you want. For now, all that matters is you stay with your new friends, and if they die, you loot their corpses before you run. Do you understand this?
Fair enough.
Excellent. No, this is why I brought you back. Honestly, you're just so... dependable? Reluctantly so, but all the same. I picked them for their usefulness, not their personalities. Now, as for your next target, I don't think you'll be needing any help. In fact, it's best you don't tell anyone. They'll start asking questions. Who is this person? Why does he need to die? How does this all factor in? You know. All of the important little details. As it stands, he's no one important. That's exactly how he's going to stay. Expect a little bit more hands-on activity, Aiden. We're going to start taking trades. And you're going to kind of snap awake and that kind of like... and the fog is gone. You're in your bed. Your clothes are still pretty damp. And you go back to sleep.
Yep. I mean,
I
he's
was like-
he's kind of like just like he probably stays up for like an hour or so, like thinking about a lot of that. But yeah, doesn't really get talk to anyone. Just goes to sleep.
All right. Have to dry out all of your clothes and whatnot, but okay,
No,
creepy
the
segment
wet-
is over.
The wet probably feels good on the burns.
Aiden sleeps in his armor at all times.
You all sleep in your armor. No adventurer ever slept outside his armor.
Technically, Sivas sleeps in the nude.
Thank you. Because I don't know how fucking bots work. I'm just gonna. I think after this session, I'm gonna start adjusting all of my local music just to throw it into Roll20, so I don't have to deal with this shit ever again. Go back to the good old days. But yeah.
I will say that there is a extension that you could download to Chrome that will let you play things from a URL.
Noted. But does it also apply to all of you guys?
As long as we all have the extension, yes.
It is that the one that you're having as a requirement for next campaign?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll probably just adjust my Roll20. But all the same, the rest of you guys get through your sleep without any horrifying visions of reality. And you're receiving your upfront half payment, and talking with Braun, who is super fucking annoyed that he has to deal with you guys again. Besides that, for a non-disclosed amount of pay, he's going to take the mountain way up to Karamaga and drop you guys off probably around 50 miles from the actual city itself. A, because the river stops pretty far away from that actual city, and B, because you don't want to get within 50 miles of Karamaga if you're not sufficiently well armed, according to him at the very least. But yeah, is there any last things any of you guys
We're
want to
leaving
do?
right away.
I assume you are, but that's what I'm asking. Is that you guys aren't on the clock right now? You guys, it's a 2-week journey. You're gonna want to get your affairs in order. Like, you're not coming back this way for a long time.
Okay. First things first. For me, at the very least, because sorry guys, I know I've been in and out, but I should be good. Oh Jesus Christ! I should be good. Yeah, I accidentally held down Control while I clicked one of my folders, and it opened everything I have saved in the folder. Just give me one
As
sec.
one does.
Yes, of course.
Well, now I've got, unfortunately, my push to talk button is linked to the forward button, and it keeps jumping me forward in a place I didn't want to be. So I know what that's like.
Yeah,
Why don't you
can
just
I
fix it?
Sorry,
Because you can't rebind push. I could rebind push to talk to something else, but I like having it on my mouse. It's just that you can't rebind Microsoft's forward button to any other button.
I hate that. And
How long would it take me to add some kind of enchantment to this? Well, I know it's already magical. Would I need to add a new enchantment on top of
To what?
my sword?
Probably take you around, I'd say, a week. But you have enough knowledge of this kind of thing to do it on the way up the boat if you have the materials.
Okay.
So if you wanted to like buy the stuff now and enchant it on the way up, because again, you've got like your microforge, you've got enough knowledge. You were built with this kind of thing in mind. Not this exact kind of thing, but with this
Right.
capability in mind.
Then yeah, I'm gonna shop around a bit before and after we got the money, and I'm gonna invest in about just let's say 2,000 gold worth of basic enchanting materials.
Okay. Yeah, so if you want to enchant anything, then we'll be using modified Pathfinder rules, but I'll
Sure.
allow it.
The next thing I would like to do at some point is Vulcan's gonna walk through the markets, and I want to look around for just toolkits, whether they be jeweler's kits or tattoo kits, every kind of kit that I could find.
Didn't you already do this and like integrate basically every kit that ever was into yourself?
No, I don't have them all yet.
I mean, yeah, toolkits are not.
At this point, I'm just correcting random kits.
I mean, yeah, at this point, like, it's not hard to find toolkits. Like, that's the reason that
You
they're
do need to
toolkits
replace
because-
your cooking toolkit.
Actually, can I just spend 100 gold and do what I did last game and get the Traveler's Any tool?
I mean, yeah, that seems fun.
Yeah, it was just a tool that just became any tool. Alright, so I'll do that. So I'll grab that. Anybody ask for Vulcan's help with anything at any point?
Yes, Aiden did a long time ago.
And what did you need?
Remember that crossbow?
You want me to try to make the crossbow?
Yeah.
Alright, give me 1 sec. Wait, I just want to pull up. It's been a while.
It was basically a crossbow designed to fire 2 shots, to one into a target, another into a surface or second target, and chain the target down.
Right. Alright, I'm just gonna send this to you blank, man.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for the haggling just to get it over with? For the stuff I asked?
What was any of that?
I mean, you can. Just keep in mind that anything below a 10, I'm going to actually increase the price. Because there needs to be a penalty for save money every now and then.
I'll do it on the prayer beads in and not the other. Less risk.
Could I enchant my greatsword with the oath bow enchantment?
That's pretty heavy.
You know what? I'm not going to risk a charisma roll on either. I'll just pay the straight price. I'm on a GM roll use just to see what it would have. Damn. I think the total straight off the books of that is 3,500. We are paid up front, right?
Meet the oath bow?
Yeah, what are the actual stats on it?
Oath bow, basically once per. Well, it's kind of complicated. Let me read it.
Oh, I
off.
think I've seen this before. Yeah, I'm
Um,
reading it right now. Hang on.
okay.
So. Only have one certain enemy at a time. So you can only do this one target per day, right?
Yes.
Sounds oddly familiar.
It should, because your weapon was based off of it.
And you're getting at this at level 5.
Yeah, that's
6.
that's a fucking bow.
It is. It's a boss killer bow.
I'd be willing to give you a modified version of it at a lower level.
Well, I'm specifically asking if I could, like, instead of putting it onto a longbow, put it onto a greatsword. Since I kind of use a greatsword instead of a longbow.
I mean, I'd be fine with it because it's still just a matter of, it's not a matter of the delivery system. It's a matter of the damage. So how about you use a lesser version? So instead of 3d6 extra damage, we'll say 1d6 with the option of improving it more later.
Okay. And
again, still only one time a day, but we'll say that much like it's not going to benefit from crit damage because that would be too powerful. But I'll let you adjust. I'll let you decide to use it after or before the hit. So you'd be like, oh shit, this is going well.
Potential balancing thing. One of the things they did for my weapon that is based off this, if it killed the target, the downtime was considerably shorter. For reusing.
Well, no, it is. If you fail to kill the target and the target makes it away alive, it's 7 days. If you kill the target, it's 1 day.
You mentioned that, so I thought that was something Sam did.
So the basically still gain the advantage on the rolls. They don't gain any. Well, they can't really gain benefit from cover and such from in melee. And long range isn't a thing. So basically, I gain advantage on all attack rolls and deal an extra d6 damage on attacks.
Right, unless they live, in which case you're disadvantaged on everything else that happens.
Well, I have disadvantage with any other weapon for as long as they live. But it's that effect lasts for 7 days.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd be willing to keep the effect with 1d6 instead of 3d6, but for cheaper. And you can probably adjust it to do more later.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I can add that would be simple enough to add in replacement for the your target gains no benefit from cover other than total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage due to long range because I'm putting on a melee weapon.
Right.
Wouldn't that kind of bypass shields then? Because you're technically using shield as a cover.
We'll say you suffer no disadvantage from like we'll say blindness or positioning or difficult terrain. Not as likely, but then again, you being at long range wasn't likely either, so I think it probably balances out a little bit. So, yeah, or it doesn't have any benefits from being invisible or from you being blind or from anything that would give your attack disadvantage, essentially. You have immunity to disadvantage.
So basically, I keep the advantage no matter what that it grants. It never goes flat.
Yeah. So we'll replace the disadvantage on attack rolls at long range with you just have disadvantage immunity on that attack. Sound fair?
Yep.
All right. Then yeah, that sounds like you can adjust your longsword with that particular enchantment on the trip up.
Yeah, I can work with that.
But
right. So I'll make him that crossbow if at all possible.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. It could be broken, but it's just a pinning weapon basically, restricting movement. It's just super heavy, obviously based on the size of the chain and everything. Second thing, I'm gonna do what Syvas asked me to do privately. I'm gonna take what Syvas. What do you have to offer to fuel the ritual here?
I have just a chef's apron.
Yeah, what?
Just what that is, just not magic.
It's not, but I need raw material.
Such as
Whatever it's made out of. So if it's made out of, for example, cloth, I would need some
Yes.
cloth.
I mean, I have.
Do you have any of the robes remaining?
If that was shared, I could have had some. Yeah.
I mean, I still have one as well. So I'm going to use my forge abilities at some point during this process, and I am going to make. What is your dex, Savas?
3.
Dex is 3. And what kind of armor are you wearing right now?
Armor 0, nothing.
You have no armor?
Yes, and I specifically do not want this to be armor. If you're
Can I
asking if I want a stat modified, dexterity would be the choice.
I'm gonna go. How much does anybody know off the top of their head how much studded leather costs?
If
I'm
this,
gonna look
It's super cheap.
if this is going to turn it into
45
armor,
gold.
I wouldn't want it.
If it's gonna what to the what? Who?
If it turns anything into makes it armor, I do not want it.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna use cloth materials, and I am going to make Syvask a very, very fine, very noble, but practical magical chef's apron and hat. And this apron right on the front is going to say "Kiss the Cleric," and it's going to have bread's symbol underneath it.
I'm okay with it.
Like the rune mark of sloth, or like a picture of some bread.
Rune mark of sloth.
Okay, because that's a bit more intense.
Yes, that.
If you can apply like stat bonuses, those two, I think you would be perfect.
I don't know if I could do stat bonuses with the limited time that we have. I would need more time. I could try over the trip.
Yeah,
but
like
Sure.
studded,
it's a
studded
pretty
leather
heavy
seems.
thing.
Yeah, like just some flavored studded leather is fine, but
No, I'm not even
That
making
point.
an armor at this point because he's a monk. I forgot about, which means he adds what dex and con to your
And dex and wisdom.
Mhm.
dex and wisdom. So he doesn't even need the armor really. So I'm just gonna do that, and then the really big tower shield that we got that had the rune mark of lust on it. I'm going to edit that completely. I'm gonna basically strip all the paint and off of it down, and have it reforged to fit Vulcan's aesthetic a bit more. And he's not putting any rune marks on the front. He's just putting the symbol that's on his forehead.
okay.
They're very Dr. Manhattan of you.
Hey Vulcan, if I gave you my daggers, would you be able to improve on them if I also gave you some?
Yes, of course.
Well, I'm just gonna give you my 2 daggers, and then how much gold do you need for just surprise me, and I'll give you however much gold you need. Max cap 890.
Vulcan's gonna look them over for a second, and then he's just gonna open his chest and he just kind of jams them in there and closes it and thinks for a second and says,
I will need about 150 gold worth of materials.
Worth of material?
I will accept the gold. It will suffice.
Yeah, just I'm gonna take 150 out of my thing right now. So let me pull up my calculator because I second.
"Sure."
Yeah, there's a whole like list of rules on crafting magic items in Pathfinder that are way more robust than anything
they're
5e
very
has.
robust. But isn't Pathfinder crafting? Doesn't it cost experience?
No, it costs money, but it costs an exorbitant amount of money. But the general
Right.
rule I've been using has been just divide things by 10. So the amount of gold
Fair
I've been
enough.
giving you is essentially what Pathfinder dictates, divided by 10, because fucking
Gotcha.
Pathfinder. So the cost should be approximately the same.
Vulcan will ask
But
you.
Is there something specific you're looking for, or would you truly like a surprise?
If it could help me with my persuasion, that would be cool. If it can just be maybe a dagger that could come back to my hand after thrown, that could also help. Honestly, I'm just looking to be a bit more helpful without being more lethal. If
I
that makes
imagine
sense.
throwing and returning would not make you less lethal.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking of more just like a.
His dagger is already not lethal, so you want something to use at range that's not his spell.
Yes.
I believe I will be able to surprise you.
That being said, I'm looking up rules for crafting magic items with Pathfinder. They also do stats a lot differently. So, like, it's like, oh yeah, you could craft a +2 to your dex for 200 gold. No.
Yeah, I'll consider stats kind of out of the equation until higher levels, so don't worry about that much.
Yeah, there's like a lot of balance issues when it comes to try to fit one into the other. Because I want to give you guys cool things, but likewise, like I said, at the end of campaign 1, fucking, you guys had crafted yourself god items, so let's avoid that.
That was a lot of work went into that, though.
It did. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it was unfair necessarily, but I want to make things a little bit easier myself next time, so you don't Raffle Stomp a Rune Lord again.
That didn't sound like a ruffle stomp.
It wasn't. They had a hard time, but I'm just saying.
What was it, like 2 chained meteor swarms?
Yeah, good times.
How soon back will you need the daggers?
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, that's
How
how you
s-
need the daggers. Yeah, because no one can understand when you use the goddamn voice modulator.
How
You
about
can
go
both-
fuck yourself?
You both keep talking at the same time.
I can hear him. I have really good hearing, though.
Actually,
soon back-
is there a way that I could, like, put a sleep spell charge into my daggers?
It is something I can work with. But I believe I have something that will surprise you.
Ooh.
The Dagger of Confetti.
Or does sleeping poison exist?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, the drow use it all the time.
Hey, then also that could also be awesome.
Yeah.
I have plans, don't worry. One last alteration I'd like to make to the shield. I want to add some spikes into the bottom of it, into the side of it, so that if anything, I could slam it down and turn it into some cover.
Hang on, what?
The shield, the giant tower shield, I want to be able to slam it into the ground, spike it into the ground, and create a barrier.
Going full on fucking Reinhardt, huh?
Yes, but it's based off a real shield. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
That'd be more
There
like
is
Winston.
there is a version of Tower Shield out there that does something like that, where you plant it and it becomes cover. I saw it in where did I see this D&D shield? I know the exact shield you're talking about.
Didn't
I'm
Cognith have the
talking
shield?
just based off real life.
Oh, well, someone made this in D&D already.
Give me 1 second. I have the name of it.
Can
It's the Pavis shield. That's what it's called. It's deployable cover basically. You could use it as a shield, but it does have spikes in it so that you can plant it into the ground and use it as cover. It was used by a
Right.
crossbowman. So no real extra benefit to it. I just want to be able to plant it in the ground. That's it.
Okay. We'll say that if you use a bonus action to plant it, then it'll give half cover to anyone, because obviously you're going to be behind it. So I mean that's a thing.
Not always.
But if you
I'm
move
gonna
away
plant it
from
for others.
If you move away from it, then we'll say it provides two squares worth of half cover for anyone taking cover behind.
That's more than fine with me. So I'll be doing those projects, grabbing all that different stuff. And has Jack? What's going on with Jack that we know about so far?
Good question, because we haven't set out yet, but I assume that when you guys do it, Jack's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go Raffle Stomp a dude.
So I would approach him at some point and say,
Hey, will you not be coming with us?
He might not be here.
Poncho, did you leave?
Only briefly. Sorry, I remembered that when I got home, I put booze in the freezer. That is
Hey.
low. That was
I
like a
mean-
few hours ago.
But it wouldn't freeze, right? Because it's alcohol.
Low point alcohol.
Never mind.
Legit, the Pavis shield has been made.
Nice. You all were talking about it as soon as I left. Literally got up for like 20 seconds.
Yes, Vulcan was only asking you now, like what your intention is.
What Jack's intention was, I should say.
I'm not here. I'm gone.
Oh, you already left.
You
didn't
already
even say bye
left,
to
just like in the
anybody?
middle of the night.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys have a day of downtime. I'm already gone.
Okay.
So you didn't get the advance
Like-
payment.
No, I was there for the briefing. And I was like, you know what? Nah. I'm good.
Okay.
So-
fair enough.
3,300 gold we can have in the emergency revivify fund.
Yeah. So me passing that off to you guys and not just bailing with the gold, like you guys have a larger net than I.
Right. Does anybody want to make that investment, or do you want me to do it? Copy. Vulcan's gonna go buy 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Oh, no. I mean, we already talked about that.
Yeah, but did you buy it?
I was told I didn't have to.
What are you saying? You sound so far away.
That
Gold and diamonds are exchangeable at a 1-to-1 rate ratio, even in the field.
For spells?
for
That's
specifically
what
for
Blank
yeah.
said.
My
Alright,
point is
well,
only that I'm not gonna. I'm
Don't
not
you
going
fuckers
to,
get used to that.
I'm not going to.
Oh,
I'm not
I
gonna
am
ask,
aware.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to
I am
ask that
aware.
you guys keep track of your spell components. It's just lame, and no one likes it.
Specifically, reviving is coming to contention in other games.
Yes. Alright, so I'll just keep that in mind then.
Want me to put that mark down that money, or are you gonna keep track of it?
Again, you sound so far away.
You really do.
Did I press a button? Like, is this loud or quiet?
That's not
about
even
the same.
remotely better.
What?
Other than that, I think Vulcan's business is pretty much included. One last thing, we don't have to RP it, but I'm just gonna run back to my people.
You know what that
The
was?
kobolds.
Hey,
my
you have
microphone.
a good mic.
No, my microphone. I had set my microphone to my VR headset, which is across the room.
Yeah, that'll.
Oh.
That'll do it. Yeah, so I'm gonna run back to the kobolds before we leave and let them know that
Your god is leaving.
I will be on a mission for 2 weeks. This will be their first test. Survive, do not get into trouble, and protect the forest.
We have survived for dozens of years. Your actions will not change this.
And he leaves.
All right.
And
I like the idea that all kobolds, like ancient history, is like 4 years ago.
the time of the great old ones.
They're
Dozens of years ago.
If you think about it, it's kind of like the Jim Hadar, except for they're just not as badass.
The what?
The Jim Hadar, Star Trek.
I'm sorry.
All I can think of is the Doctor Who thing, where they all like lived and died in like 3 days, and like it was like ancient history was like 4 weeks ago, and it was like, since ancient times have we feuded. Yeah, that was last week.
They're basically tank-bred warriors that, if they live to be 4 years old, they're considered to be elders. Because they're also
Good
extremely
time.
suicidal in how they attack people.
So other than the kobold thing,
Oh god, what did
finishing
you...
up business, I have a bird. That's, I guess that's about it.
All right.
I'm good to go with everybody.
Anyone else want to do
Was-
anything? Keep in mind, we're
Was
going to
the
be at
crossbow
Magmar.
thing?
Oh, did I complete the crossbow? It's because that's something I could.
I assume the crossbow is going to be worked on the trip,
Okay, that's fine. Among other things,
along
and
with
the
the daggers.
and my stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, everything.
The Pavis shield shouldn't. Is that how you say it? Pavis shield.
Pavis, yes.
The Pavis shield shouldn't take you too long. It'll be like a day.
I
We'll
mean,
say
I could do that with my forge abilities.
Yeah, exactly. That shouldn't take more than a day. It's only the magic items that are going to take some time, but you got 2 weeks, so you're going to be able to craft, a lot of stuff. But yeah, is there anyone else that has anything to do in Magnor, because we're going to be gone for a while? I don't want to turn this whole ship around. I needed to go to the bathroom. Why didn't you go before you left?
We're
I didn't
adventurous.
have to go then.
Walk outside.
I don't have the organs to use the restroom.
Also, speaking of going to the bathroom on a boat, do you guys know how to go to the bathroom on?
pee off the side?
They have
No, I meant
nets
the
for that, don't
second
they?
one. They
Yes, sir.
have a. There's like a thing that you could stand on and kind of squat over while you're holding onto a rope, and you kind of do your number 2 business over the edge. And when you're done, there's no. I actually learned about this. I went on a. I went to like this museum and they had a boat, and I went on the pirate boat, and they were like, "You guys want to learn how to use the bathroom on a pirate boat?" And they were like, "Yeah." We were like, "Yeah."
And then he actually took a
Also,
shit
there's
right
the
then and there.
toilet paper. There's a really long rope with a frayed end on one end and a knot right before that frayed end, and you use that to clean yourself up.
Highball, I don't want to ruin this for you, but is it possible that the person running that exhibit was actually just a pervert and that whole thing was a lie?
I mean,
Quite possibly. They're on a ship. They have these things called seashells, specifically 3 seashells.
I get that reference. God damn you.
We're old.
He doesn't know how to use the seashells. God damn it.
I think I actually know how to use it. Seashells. Like, I have an idea on how they
for
work.
that, which you can use to wipe your ass.
You know why
There's
people
2 of them just to kind of climb it up, and then the 3rd one just to kind of run it up and down.
You know why it's still considered an insult in most Eastern cultures to shake with your left hand?
Because that's the hand that you wipe your ass with.
Yeah.
And also clean yourself with.
Anyway.
They don't have toilet paper.
But anyway. So yeah, you guys are going to be on the Wanton Way for quite a bit. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do? I just want to make sure before we head out.
Yeah, I'm just typing up the enchants and this shit. At some point during the trip, I would be asking Jiraxis to help me with the finer detail stuff.
Actually, I thought of one last thing, but I'm gonna wait for this.
I just had a terrifying thought of Sandman turning the kobolds into chimpanzees.
What was Ash trying to say there?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't have any.
I just said you're helping me, dum-dum.
Besides that.
Oh, aside from that though, the one other thing I forgot was that the hotel clerk, I guess the front desk person, is going to stop you, Jiraxis, as you're leaving. Oh, someone asked about you, by the way. I told them you weren't last night. I told them that you weren't in. Asked about tieflings in general, actually. So it could have been your associate, but I have no idea of knowing which. Nondescript. Maybe a foreigner. It's kind of hard to tell. Wasn't terribly suspicious, I guess you could say. Didn't seem threatening. I told him that you weren't here, and he just left. Didn't say anything.
Okay. Well, thanks for that.
Oh, it's just one of the many services we provide here at the Defiance Garden.
Before I leave, I'm gonna use my disguise kit.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me, super quick.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. There's nothing you can really do about like the horns, but you can make yourself look like
a dragonborn.
I can put like some sort of casing, like some sort of.
Give
plaque
yourself a
around the
snout.
horn.
I imagine you like Full Metal Alchemist, like long sleeve and glove your metal arm to make it look a bit more normal, and just a normal person with a weird hairdo.
Paint yourself like a slug person, and then paint your horns like eyeballs.
Turn yourself into a chameleon.
But yeah, you're pretty well disguised, and then you walk alongside your giant robot friend.
Hello. I love your disguise. It is very nondescript.
Thanks.
You are getting very good at that.
Vulcan.
Yes.
Let's get out of here pretty fucking quick.
Why?
Let's do it.
I love the idea
why?
of you disguising yourself next to an 8-foot-tall giant robot man.
So instead of the normal tiefling hanging out with the giant robot, is a weird looking tiefling.
No, that's a different tiefling. not who we're looking at all. Let him go.
Hey, Blink.
What's up?
I want to walk around, just like the more raunchier areas of Magmar. Just like the underbridge. Thank you. I wasn't sure if I had that right.
The underbridge isn't raunchy so much as it is destitute and
He
will
wants to go to the
contribute.
raunchy part of it.
I'm trying to look for like legal stuff.
Okay, then don't go to the underbridge.
Okay.
Find
All right.
birds.
I'm just. Oh my god! I tapped into Discord just to see Suicide Bomber hitting the fucking Star Trek thing. The Enterprise.
Yeah, it's a Jim Padar's favorite pastime.
Blank. To put it simply, I'm looking for something to pass the time and also get me artistic inspiration for a new song.
Oh, you're looking for drugs.
Yeah, that's the one.
There's a bird shop for.
There's a bird
That's what I
shop
was saying,
downtown.
That's what I was saying. Birds.
You were a
Bring me
step
to the
ahead of me
bird
there,
shop,
Ash.
Ash?
Birds?
Hey,
Yeah, I know where the birds are. Come on.
I know where all the best birds are.
Draxus, if you may, please bring me to this bird shop.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of wink at you and give you like one of those elbow like, eh? Eh?
Did you just ask this in the presence of Vulcan?
Yeah, probably.
Oh god.
I do not get to go to the bird shop.
Hey,
I would love to go.
This is where the bird shop with the
For the record, I assume you keep your bird in a cage because otherwise this is gonna run off the first instance it gets, a chance to.
No, but if
I
it
am
runs
going
off, they
to-
could grab it off the floor.
One sec.
Unless you want to try to make an animal handling check for this
That's
bird.
what I'm doing, because guess who took proficiency in animal handling? Natural one!
bird's gone.
The bird is gone.
God.
No.
I
You
spent
just-
money on that
You just
bird.
open the cage and you're like, I have studied extensively in the ways of bird handling. I am well equipped to deal with, and it just flies off.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm going back to the bird shop.
Oh.
We're going back to the rat, guys.
Vulcan is just angrily stomping towards the bird shop.
There isn't really a bird shop again. It's just the.
I wasn't there first, I
Bazaar
don't know what it
sales.
looks like.
It's
The
a
Bazaar of
shopping
Sales. The Bazaar of Sales sells all kinds of exotic things from all over the place. It's just the wares come and go, and yeah, exotic pets are just one of the many things that are for sale at any given time.
I'm finding the exotic pet salesman.
The exact same one who was here yesterday.
And this is my first time meeting him, correct? Because Ash did this for me?
No, actually, he was here the last time, but I was trying to RPs you.
Okay, well, I'm here now. Did the bird cage come with the purchase?
It did.
I'm going to take the bird cage and just crunch it in my hand and then open it to him.
The bird flew away.
You had it for less than a day.
I liked the bird.
I only had one of those types of birds. I didn't have more than
What
one
other
type
kind
of
of birds do you have?
I have this. I have, and he kind of shows it's like an eagle, like a hunting type bird.
That is a big bird.
Yes, well, it's trained for utility. It's not essentially meant to be a pet.
Is it going to fly away if I let it go?
I mean, if you just decide to just open the cage and let it free, it has no reason to stick around. Doesn't particularly
Vulcan's
like being.
eyes immediately widen and turn around. He's going to do a quick scan of the market. He's looking for a magic item salesman real quick.
What's he looking for?
He wants a ring that lets him talk to animals. He's immediately stomping through the market.
I know it exists. Someone show me the ring that lets me speak to animals.
As he's doing that.
With the voice modulator, that makes it even hard. Like just ah.
I'm just screaming it throughout the market.
All I've got is a ring of animal influence and potions of animal friendship.
I just want a ring that lets me talk to animals. That's all it has to do.
Hang on.
I will sacrifice all god weapons in the game for this.
So,
Ring of
Excuse
Druid
me,
speak,
sir.
whatever you gotta call.
I've been informed that you have other wares.
Sorry, I was busy typing. Let's go ahead
If
in,
you have
in
cool.
situations like this. I always roll a luck check, and given this is a pretty fucking unique item, we're gonna say it's gonna take a 15 or above.
On a d20?
No,
Oh, you rolled it.
no, there's no such item in the Bazaar of Sales today that lets you talk to animals. You can commission
Well,
one, but it's gonna take
welcome,
longer
heavy
than a
size.
day.
It is
You-
a dream.
Just
This is a dream
you,
that will come to pass on another day.
just you standing in the middle of the bazaar. Bring me the ring that lets me talk to the animals.
Yes, that's
Bring me the
exactly it.
ring that lets me talk to the animals.
I have dreamed a
Bring me
dream,
the ring.
and now that dream has been taken
People
from
are
me.
like, people are like backing away. Cards are cold.
Once I realize that it's not working, I'm going back to the bird cell and letting Gray finish his conversation.
All right. Meanwhile, back at Doolin's, Doolin sees Syraxis, who is now in disguise again. You're a little bit different. Are you now? Anyway, what are you hoping to buy? Just letting you know. Now listen, you the same fucker from last time, aren't you? Because you're also a tiefling, and you got some. You're different looking, but you can't be the second tiefling that came by asking about birds.
Not really. A friend of yours asked me about this place.
Listen, I ain't got any birds, all right? Now they call it that because you feel like you're flying.
What kind
I
of
just,
flying?
I got a friend here. He needs something to ease off the edge.
Not quite. I'm looking for more of a artistic inspiration.
Let me do the talking.
I got drugs. You want to get fucking fancy shit?
Yes.
You want to get fucking fancy shit? You can go to some fucking microbrewery, and they'll have some alcohol made by some fucking halfling shit.
We just want some fucking drugs. Give us some.
See, was that so fucking high? Yeah, all right. Now I got. Well, that depends on Well, I guess it depends on how much you got. I got how on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is you don't wake up for a week, and when you do, you forgot who you fucking are. And 1 is really strong coffee. What are you looking to buy?
I'm looking for a 4.
I got like a 7. And I got like a 2.
How about got a 3?
I got a 2.
Alright, let's try 2.
All right.
I'll try a 7.
Hey, I said.
Gray.
1 each.
Fuck up.
Tell you what, 1 each. I'm running you 1 gold for both.
I'll pay for us both.
Can I insight it to make sure it's not like, you know?
Roll insight.
Actually, yeah,
Players are doing drugs.
I can't right now because my internet is cut out.
I got it.
I'll try the insight.
I'd like
Or
it.
actually, no. Draxis will try the insight.
I'll ask you a question.
What's up? You rolled an 8.
What are you buying?
What are you buying?
What are you
What are
selling?
you selling?
Come back anytime.
I'll buy both. I'll buy both. I'll buy the both.
I already paid for it.
For an 8, it doesn't look like he's like fleecing you. It's kind of hard to tell. He seems like he's legit. If he is fleecing you, it's like a minor amount.
It doesn't really matter anyways. I got the,
It's 1 gold. That's the thing, is that if drugs were actually like fucking expensive, then the people who are addicted to drugs wouldn't be able to afford them. So yeah, so he hands you 2 packets, one of which is like a pretty coarsely ground, it looks like dirt essentially. It's just kind of like a weird, slightly clumpy powder. The other one looks like dust essentially. It's far more refined. You guys, all right? This one, he kind of points like the dirt like one. That's gonna be the 2. You know, it'll pick you up a little bit. You know, it'll feel a little bit nice in the morning, but not gonna get any worse than that. Now that, and he points to the more finely ground stuff, that's gonna make you feel like you're fucking burning, but in a nice way, and then a not so nice way, but then it'll get better.
Does it
How long does it last?
does it make you hallucinate?
No,
Uh,
but it does make you feel really productive.
cocaine.
I don't know what that is.
How long does it last for?
Oh, it depends on how much you do. If you took the whole thing at once, probably 4 hours, maybe. Wild fucking night, though. You could probably get, a couple hours out of it if you try to, squeeze a little bit more out of it. You try to, get a little bit at a time and try to keep that going. You could probably get, 4, 5 days worth of, 1 hour type things. I don't know. I don't fucking do this stuff personally.
Okay.
But I hope it helps with your art shit.
It hopefully will. And I take them both. And I guess we walk along, and unless I get offered more drugs, then we just go
get
back
out
to
of
the.
here. Let's just get out of here.
Vulcan steps up behind them.
Oh, hey.
Did you actually buy the Falcon without a ring, or did you just
No,
decide?
no, I didn't buy the Falcon yet. I wasn't done with it.
Oh god, I guess we're staying then. At least until
You're
Falcon.
Vulcan, you realize that you're there under an underbridge and you're in the markets right now, right?
Oh, is that where they?
They
No,
said they were
I-
walking
yeah.
back. It could this could be anywhere.
All right, I just want the same bird salesman.
We could say that you kind of find them. You're like, come with me.
Okay, so bird salesman.
They don't sell birds, Vulcan.
No,
They do sell
what?
birds.
The fucking bird salesman.
The Falcon is unique. I want something better.
You asking for something better than the Falcon?
I want something special.
The Falcon is pretty special.
I want something special.
I don't have an owl bear. What are you expecting?
I will give you time.
Oh
I
my
am going
God.
on a 2-week trip. I am going to spend some time in Karamaga. And I will be back in approximately 4 to 5 weeks. When I come back, have something special.
I'm not going to be here in 4 or 5 weeks. I'm traveling. I'm going
Where
to
will
be
you
heading.
traveling to?
No.
Am I there now?
Well, I'm traveling along the coast. I'm actually going to be heading south. I guess I'm heading to Corvosa next. Quite a lot of trade, and then I'll be heading south from Corvosa, back to the more civilized areas.
What is
But,
your name?
Hang on, I don't remember it all of a sudden. Who knew? Roderick.
Roderick. I have committed your name and face the memory.
That's terribly ominous.
I will find you, Roderick. One day. And on that day, you better have what I want.
Am I there right now?
Yeah, I mean, you and Gray were dragged here, essentially.
I want to take the guy over to the side and say, just give him a fucking parakeet.
I don't know what he said. He wants something unique. I only have
Don't give him a cockatiel. I've heard that you could teach a cockatiel to talk.
What if Cockatiel isn't unique enough, and then he decides to crush my head in his
Just
massive
say
iron
it's
mitts?
unique. Just say it's unique. Just say it's unique. Just say that if you train it, you could speak. You could speak. Trust me.
Scam him if you
He
must.
doesn't know what's unique. Just say the cockatiel is unique.
What if I just said the owl, the falcon is unique? I could say that, but if he doesn't know.
You already just said it was not.
You already
I
said
would
it.
highly
I
recommend.
could get an owl and then say that's unique with
No.
that mark. It's just
Please.
he's
Cockatiel.
fine.
Speaks.
4 weeks, Cockatiel. I'm not even gonna be here. I'm going to be in fucking Corvosa.
You don't have a cockatiel with you?
No, I don't have a cockatiel
What
with me.
kind of bird person are you?
I'm not the kind of bird person that has a cockatiel. I've got a falcon. I've got an owl. I had.
Kenku! Bird salesman. I want a Kenku.
Oh, for
That
fuck's
is a.
sake.
I'm not a
Oh.
slaver.
I am not saying you are a slaver. I would like you to rescue a Kenku.
Oh my god.
Hi there.
You're
Oh
gonna
my
like.
god.
That's like some. That's more. That's a lot of money, dude.
That's not a thing.
I am not
like-
buying a slave. Find me an orphan Kenku.
rescue efforts to get a Kenku.
You know what? I will rescue a Kenku for you, and then I'll meet you somewhere.
You seem to doubt my abilities. I have killed better men than you. Find me the Kenku, Roderick. I will know if you don't.
My God, I was going to bluff, and then he said some terrifying shit. God damn it! I can't fucking rescue it. Okay. It's fine. I'm going to.
There is an acceptable alternative. Find me one of the lizard birds I have had heard so much about.
What's a lizard bird?
Lizard
I believe they are called dinosaurs.
Oh.
A dragon will also be acceptable. You have a month. Goodbye.
Vulcan.
Vulcan, we
I'm walking away.
Wouldn't a cockatiel be better? It could.
I'm gonna look at the guy real quick and just say, do you know anywhere else where I may get some other kinds of the more hallucinogenic?
The more hallucinogenic birds is what you said?
No, like I was
That
gonna say
would
the
have
more.
been funny.
I meant to say like
Did we go back
more
to
of
the
like
bazaar?
the light
To the...
show kind of stuff. But then I was thinking hallucinogens, so I just said that instead.
I want some shrooms too.
It's legal in Denver.
Not here in Florida.
But not in Magnamore. Magnamore is pretty lawful essentially. They're pretty I'm not gonna say uptight, but they have stricter laws in place. But anyway, I'm so confused. So you asked him about better birds essentially.
Yeah, better
what
birds.
was the last thing?
But quote unquote birds. I mean,
if you really wanted unique birds, I guess again is the Lord Mayor's menagerie, and those aren't exactly for sale, but
He's
they
talking
are.
to Drugs Man.
yeah.
Oh, I thought he was talking to Birdman.
Oh,
There are two Birdman.
Oh, there's two bird. I thought there was the
There's
same
a-
guy.
There's Birdman, and then there's quote unquote Bird
Okay,
Man.
Let's just establish it's one man, and he just turns his hat backwards depending on what personality.
When I'm using this accent, you can tell it's about the drugs, and when I'm using this accent, you can tell it's about the birds.
Yes,
Which one is it you don't
exactly.
know? All right, you head back to Dugan was his name.
Okay, Dugan. I need Dugan.
I need some Dugan.
Excuse
damn
me. If I were to be looking for more of a light show, where would I go to look?
I mean, honestly, I'm not. Fine. You got shit. All right, listen. Here's where things get a little bit tricky for me. You see, if I tell you about some things that might be a little bit, let's say, less than recreative, doesn't fucking matter. If I tell you about that, and then it turns out you're with the fucking god, then what happens to me? I get thrown in fucking jail for the 4th time this fucking month.
Am I here?
I don't know, are you?
I wouldn't be with Gray because I don't feel very comfortable going alone.
So then come with me. You're with
I
me.
want to tell them that I've killed 8,000 people.
Well, that's all well and
Dude,
good.
why?
I'm a wanted man.
That's all well and good, Mr. Killed 8,000 people. I'm sure if you were God, you'd never say that. Now listen.
Yes,
Jax
I'm trying
gets
to say.
forgiven for all of her sins by a fucking paladin.
Listen,
2 days later, I killed 8,000 people. Give me drugs.
bluff the man. Let me bluff the man for God's sakes.
It's okay, God. It's only a
It's
bluff.
not even a good bluff.
Shut up.
It's not
I'm
even
not
a
even
good-
gonna
There weren't
say
even
it.
real rolls made.
Let's say, hypothetically, you kill a man every day. Now let's say you kill a man every day. That means 365 people dead every year. Makes you the most deadly serial killer in the history of the world. Now, let's say you did that. Let's say that you did that every day, 5 years. Now, I'm not a fucking mathematician, but and you see him gonna bring out an abacus. Now, if you did that for 5 years, kill a man every single day, bring you to about a little bit less than 2,000 men.
Oh my god.
Which means
God's
you did it for
sakes.
10 years. You did it for 10 years. You're looking at less than 4,000 people. You said 8,000 people. Now that means you've been killing a man every day for the last 20 years. And you don't look a day over 30. Now that means that you as a 10-year-old were killing a man every day. And then you come in here and brag about you killing as many people. And I'm supposed to trust that you're not a god.
I'm
Now
trying
either
to
you're a
say-
god who doesn't know fucking math, or you're the most psychotic person ever wandered in front of my shop. Now what am I supposed to believe?
This is amazing.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my god,
Wow. My eyes hurt.
That was a moment.
Holy shit.
I'm trying to say that I wouldn't even, tell us to the guards. I get that feeling.
He's gonna turn to gray. So anyway,
For fuck's sakes.
Now, I'm just gonna give him a silver and say, if I give you the silver, may it help jog your.
I'm gonna give him 10 gold.
Don't give him 10 gold. That's a lot of gold. I'm giving him
I
1
don't-
silver.
I have more than that.
Okay, so do I, but doesn't mean it's not valuable.
I mean, I gotta say though, giving me 10 gold, not a god. They don't pay gods that well.
See,
No god's gonna bust some fucking Dugan in the middle of the underbridge for 10 gold.
I'll give you more than that. Jog your memory.
I'm not gonna fucking argue, Mr. Serial Killer
What?
forever.
You are terrible at this. Stop giving him more money. He was fine with
guy.
that.
Just.
You want 10 gold? I'll give you 5,000. Just 5,000 gold. You know what, guy?
This is just. I'm not. Don't pay him. Do not pay him 10 gold. I'm going to give him 2 gold. Take it or leave it.
I mean, you convinced me you're not fucking god, so mission accomplished there.
So then tell me where it is for free.
Yeah, there's a guy named Bilivin. Runs a potion shop. Not exactly the best potion shop, I gotta say. None of that magic shit. More the mundane sort. Creams for boils and acne and shit like that. But you ask him for something a little bit more exotic, and that's what you gotta say. You gotta say exotic. And he's gonna say, "Are you sure? Because I've only got a couple things in stock." And you're gonna say, "Can I see them?" And you make that's what you gotta say. You gotta say those fucking words. If you try to say like, "Oh, I'm slightly interested," he's gonna think you're a fucking god. But you tell him that you're interested, and then he's gonna show you a lot of things that don't have any labels on them. They're not gonna say like deadly poison. You're not gonna get poison. You're gonna get fucked out of your mind by some kind of hallucinogenic shit. But he's got the same thing. You take a little bit of poison, it's enough to make your mind think you're dying and stuff. That's be fine. So you're gonna ask him about that, and then he'll have something for you. That's the point. You said you're gonna ask for the off the shelf stuff, and he's gonna give it to you. Because you're not fucking gods, and you need to rein your fucking friend in. Because he's just.
Yeah, he's I'm gonna look at Draxus.
I'm gonna give him a very bloodthirsty stare.
If
Needs
Aiden
to
was there,
learn.
he would be taking me. He'd be like, "Yeah, I just bought drugs from that guy. Want to go arrest him?" to the nearest guard.
I'm just gonna. Okay, so I go up to the
Bilivin.
to the Bilivin and I tell him, I am interested in your unlabeled ware.
I feel that wasn't it, but it's close. Should be fine.
All right, thank you.
What's the name of the store?
Shit. It's one of those fucking gnome fucking things. It's all kinds of messed up. Give me a second.
Store?
All right, I go there.
I'm gonna go there too.
I don't pay him. I make sure Draxus leaves first.
I'm
And I
going to take
go-
gold.
Okay.
Wait,
Draxus,
did
you're
you
gonna leave 10
pay him
gold?
10 gold?
No, I'll give him 2.
Are you
Yeah,
actually?
Yeah, no, I remembered it. It was Billivin's Benevolent Bombs and Effulgent Elixirs. That's the name of the shop, because he's got that. He's a gnome. They fucking love that shit. They're all whimsical and what.
Neat.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, best of luck in your quest for birds. Wink.
I'm gonna wink back at him and just do the same thing. Like, I'm not gonna actually nudge him with my elbow, but I'm gonna move it as if, like, if you were any closer, I would be nudged. And then I'm off.
I'm
But I
still
make
trying
sure
to
Draxus
figure out
leaves first.
why this is happening.
Let's just skip that.
I want to be enlightened.
Let's skip the whole running there. We're there. Hello. Are you Baraxis? Bullivin? Bopadaboo?
Hey, we're looking
Hang
for
on.
some exotic potions.
Some of the unlabeled stuff. We're very interested.
Ray.
I'm leading this now. You're not allowed because you're gonna be like, hey, can we get a deal? What? No. Why would we give you a deal? I killed 8,000 people
Listen,
once.
I was trying. I'm not very good at this. Alright.
You're gonna learn.
do it.
I don't. What is, if you give me a fucking script or something to say, like,
You're-
Just let the fucking bard
maybe
do it.
I can steal it.
Just watch me do
I
it.
could have
and then you're
fast
gonna-
forwarded all of this, but then we wouldn't have that magical exchange.
That
So we're
was
still
magical.
going with this.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You head into Billivin's. Billivin's is pretty chaotic. None of the things on the shelves are adequately labeled. Like, they were labeled, but like the handwriting is like doctor handwriting where it's like scribbles, and like some of them are kind of half faded. Hang on. All right. Everything's kind of half faded. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the store, but you do hear someone kind of like clambering around in the back. But
hello. I'm gonna look at Draxus.
as soon as you like open the door and like both stick your head in, hello at the exact same time, you hear in the back, "Don't move.
I'm not gonna
This
move.
is delicate work, very sensitive material, and if not left to the utmost care, there stands a heavy shit," and you hear explosion from the back.
Oh my god. Is now a good time, or should we?
No, it's an excellent time. I just have. Oh, it's a potion fire. It's a potion fire. I have a potion to put this out.
Would you want some help?
No. And you see like like not old per se, but like getting there gnome, and you can imagine that as a gnome, that's pretty fucking old. Weirdly enough, purple hair. But kind of immediately ignores both of you. Runs forward, kind of like shovels out a bunch of potions from like a shelf, grabs one in the back, then runs back in. You hear kind of a sound in the back. Okay, no, that's a different problem. That's not worse, but it's different. It's fine.
Are you
Do you
sure
ne-
you don't want any help? I can help
You'll see him kind of run back to the front counter. Welcome to Billivin's Benevolent Bombs and Effulgent Elixirs. What can Billivin get for you?
We're looking for
I
something
love this.
exotic.
I will lead this. We're looking for something a bit
I
exotic.
just said that.
We're very interested in any unlabeled thing.
Looking for something exotic. Don't listen to what the fucking goblin says.
I'm the one that's leading this. Please stand down. I'm the leader of this group.
I guess you died almost every session.
I don't know what a session is. Listen, I've got a cauldron fire back there that I'm actually ignoring. I'd like to go back. Thank you for the change of music, Mr. God. No, wait, shit. That's why Megalovania?
Because I feel like
it feels
this is just
fitting.
him. It feels fitting.
Fair enough.
Just these two morons and this. Yeah, this is great.
The point is, I've got a cauldron fire that I am ignoring for the sake of this transaction. I'll wait until you're done. I'm going to head back and deal with it. Hold for just a moment. Don't touch anything. For your own safety. That's fine. Nothing here will be triggered by looking. But you'll see him run into the back. More sounds of shuffling.
Draxus,
God damn,
are
by
you
the
going
way.
to let me lead, or are you going to make this difficult?
Ray? No.
No, what's the question?
That- So you're not gonna stand down on this?
Are you gonna charm me?
Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season,
Duck season.
duck season.
But it's
Anyway.
bat season.
It'll be goblin season soon enough.
Alright, I don't think I could really get you to stop on your own. So I'm just gonna put my hands together, just one hand holding the other right in front of me. Just
I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and say, no, and then cast Charm Person.
oh god damn it.
She beat you to it. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
I think this goes for a roll of initiative.
Yeah, they were doing it at the same time.
They were doing it at the same time. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh,
Okay. Fuck.
Oh! Hold on, this
It's
is her
still a roll.
rifle, though. She's really not good at it.
Well, hang on. That's she cast Charm Person, so it's wisdom
She
saving
did.
throw for
She did.
Gray.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the DC is not very high because it's her racial.
She still failed
Yeah,
it
that beat
anyways.
that loses.
Yeah. Mine's as
Okay.
well.
So fails saving throw. It's charmed by you until the spell ends. Charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
Which he does already.
Which it does already because it does. It's also. I guess I'd say. Hang on. It's around this time you're like. There's like a little slap match of like. Charm person. And Gray, you're kind of just like, oh. Wait. Shit. Like part of you, like in the back of your mind, remembers like I should be more. It's fine. She has this. It's fine. Actually, fuck it. Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage, Draxus,
Versus what on me?
versus insight on you.
Persuasion?
Yeah, because you're trying to convince him why you should have this. But
Okay.
now that's a 5.
Ooh.
Natural 1 and a natural 4. Go ahead and roll insight.
He did
Correct.
13.
13. She's like, no, listen, I got this. It's fine. I know you don't trust me a lot, or I say she. You say like I don't trust me, but I have this, and you're like, no, I'm saying this from a place of love, but I don't think you do.
Listen, I don't think you do, but I believe that maybe you should just sleep a bit. And I'm going to cast sleep.
How many
That's
hit points
not
do you
gonna
have,
work. That is
Jiraxis?
not gonna work. I don't-
53.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah,
Dude,
no.
Sleep scales terribly.
Sleep is the worst spell after like 3rd level.
Bilvin runs in and he's like, aha, okay, problem solved. I have put out the fire. Down.
What
Oh,
did you
God.
just do?
Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna wake him up. I'm just gonna.
Why not
I'm
steal
going
his
to
drugs?
put my
I'm
hand
not
on my
gonna
head
steal
and
drugs.
just pace back
Because
and
none of them are
forth.
labeled. None of them are labeled adequately.
For
I
God's
just-
sakes!
I jump
This
over
is
the
your
counter
fault, Gray!
and I just shake him awake.
Can you easily wake up someone who has been put asleep by a
Yes,
magic?
literally. It says
take
in
an
the
action.
spell you can take an action to shake them awake.
All right, yeah. It's just what? Oh no.
It-
Oh, that's probably carbon monoxide poisoning. That's what that is. That's always the silent killers
That
they
was
call it
actually a
because you don't
spell.
realize.
That was a spell.
Don't know.
Was
It
it?
was not. It was,
Yes, it was,
carbon
Gray.
monoxide.
Gray.
It was carbon monoxide.
We are never going to leave back.
We saved.
Nope.
Ever.
I just saved your
He
life.
casted
so
sleep on
I
you.
would like. I did no.
Yes, you did.
When the
I was
player
gonna use
characters
this
are
to
like,
my advantage. Why?
Ash, no, when the two-player character's like, I'm gonna negotiate, and like the one who's like, no, fine, I'm doing it, starts negotiating, and the other character's like, fuck your negotiation.
Oh god. Alright, who does the shopkeeper believe?
I will say that Bone Trestle is fucking perfect for this.
I think I actually have a better version of
Billiver kind of like staggers back up to like his feet, like, okay, I'm not terribly certain what just happened, but welcome to Billiver's. Did I say this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yes.
to Billiver's magic place. All right, you were here about.
We are
Exotic
very
potions.
interested in your exotic unlabeled potions. Very
Exotic potions.
Okay. I'll admit I just woke up. I'm a little bit.
Would you like some water?
Yes. No. Nothing in here is water. Don't
No,
trust
but
it.
I can get you some water.
Don't you dare. I feel
What?
like
I'm
no.
not gonna, what am I gonna do? Poison him?
No, you're
No.
gonna use like create water and just splash it everywhere.
I don't even have crate water.
Okay.
Regardless, I'm not entirely certain as to your intentions, but I don't have anything exotic or unlabeled. Everything you see on the shelves is what I have, and everything that's not on the shelves is what I don't have. So,
Billikens. I'm gonna just grab his hand.
not
We
my
are
name.
very interested.
Roll persuasion. With disadvantage, because this has been a terrible day.
Oh god. Hey.
18? Oh, I'm gonna roll a D. This is his insight. His insight's not good, he just woke up.
Hey.
Alright. Seems fair. What exactly were you hoping to procure? I have just finished, as soon as it's not on fire, just finished producing what I like to call my cure-all. It solves any problem you have, up to and possibly including cancer. I haven't tested it yet.
Can it cure my
Can it-
lost arm?
How much
Can it
would
solve magic cancer?
Do you have magic cancer? Because if you have cancer, that'd be an excellent test subject. I'm looking for someone.
That... Oh my god.
I know a wizard.
So,
Can you cure my lost arm? And I just point out my metallic
I
arm.
mean, that's not really exactly an illness. That's kind of just a thing you don't have.
how much for the cure-all?
Ah, so glad you asked. That would be approximately 20 gold.
Fuck it,
I'm
that
gonna-
actually
I'm gonna
sounds pretty
insight-
nifty. I'm
You're gonna buy a cure-all for 20 gold that you don't know what the fuck it actually does.
I'm gonna inside him to make sure he
You're not
knows what
there.
he's talking about.
20?
ooh.
Let me go ahead and roll a thing. I'm not going to say what it is. You get the sense that he believes it's a cure-all.
That actually sounds quite nifty.
Trey, please don't get
Yeah.
it.
But that's not what we're here for.
Ah, right. You're here for the unmarked light wares. I have a few things. I'm not sure what effect you're looking for. I have a thing that lets you breathe fire. That's interesting.
Do you have
I'm
one
looking
that can
for more of a light show.
The
something-
the breathing fire is a light show. Let me tell you, I have it in lightning.
No,
I have it
I'm
in
looking for
acid.
something that enlightened us.
How much for that, actually? That sounds pretty cool.
Okay, well the acid not so much actually. I haven't really worked out how to get it not to burn your throat on the way up. It's a learning process. It's a learning process. But the fire one, perfect. Have it worked out. Have a sample of it right here actually. That one you only 5.
I'm gonna give Draxus a look because I want her to do something.
Let you breathe fire for a turn.
I don't believe you.
It only works the one time.
How do I know?
Oh, don't believe me? Want to bet on it? How much you want to bet?
I just want to see it. I just want to see a demonstration.
Tell you what, I'll demonstrate it on you.
On
What?
me
No.
or on Draxus?
Are you
Because
sure
it-
about that?
I'm gonna take a step to the side. I don't know what he's about to do.
He's gonna grab a potion. Be like, how much do you want to bet? I'm lying.
Well, I'll just like to know that if it just want to see demonstration, I don't want to bet on anything. Shut up.
You know what? Fine. but this one is going to cost the demonstration, so we'll say that plus demonstration plus the actual potion itself, we'll say 7 gold.
How about 4?
Plus one more.
4.
Or 4 total?
8 gold? I mean, I'm not going to argue with 8 gold.
Alright, so
If you're
8
paying
gold
for it,
four
Graham.
potion?
8 gold for a demonstration and a potion of fire breathing.
No, I meant for how much for 3 potions plus the 1 for demonstration.
Wait, what 3 potions?
Can you just demonstrate it
Fire
first?
breathing.
Demonstrate it before
Oh, you want more than
start
1?
Yes.
Oh, goodness, I wasn't even expecting that, honestly. Not a lot of people ask for more than 1 potion of fire breathing. Having a party, are we? Not important, not important. For 3 of them, we'll say 15 discount.
Oh, perfect.
Can we actually do demonstration
And-
without studying anything first, Gray?
Yes.
1 demonstration on your friend.
Yes.
Why on me?
Fire away.
Doubted my abilities. And he's gonna chug a potion.
Me for it.
I drop 15 gold immediately on the table.
That's a natural 18 plus his modifier to hit.
Oh, that's a shield, dude.
Is it?
No,
Because
no,
it's-
no. He's probably got a modifier to hit too, and I'm betting it's using his magical modifier.
It is.
So that's probably like a
What is
plus.
it?
Strictly speaking, Billiver
Is
is
this
a
a potion
level.
of fire breathing?
Strictly speaking, it's a potion of fire breathing. Strictly speaking,
save.
it's a save. So go ahead. Hang on.
Deck.
I'm looking up the 4d6 on a failed save.
Or half as much on a success.
So 4d6. Hang on. It's gonna be so half of we'll round up. So it's gonna be 9 damage.
Actually, no. I got I am a tiefling. I get
A
half
fire
of that.
resistance.
Yeah.
So 5 damage.
Yes.
Bone Trestle gets more intense.
This is getting more.
my God.
Fucking dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy now.
Yep, I paid for 3 of those potions. Also, Billikers, I'm terrible with names. Do you have
What
any
was that
things that
for?
would make me and me only see a light show? I'm talking about a hallucinant.
That's what you meant. Honestly, I feel like we've been pussyfooting around the thing for a long time. I'm terribly sorry about your friend's hair, but
I'm going to
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Don't you dare. Ignore him. He's,
but you have to admit, pretty good potion.
Oh,
I want to
of
get my
course.
fucking gun.
Okay,
No,
okay,
don't
fair enough,
fucking-
fair enough. But have you considered? He's gonna grab a potion and throw it at your feet.
Oh my God, why? I'm just trying to buy drugs. You're
Because
robbing
this is more
man.
fun for me. What was your original initiative that you? We're just gonna use that
Oh my
instead.
God. I had like a 7.
You know what?
and an 8.
Drax, go ahead and roll a new initiative.
I didn't want to hurt this guy. I was trying to
Well, then
intimidate
don't
him.
take this shot. He's gonna throw essentially like a flashbang. And he's gonna fucking book it.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna get anything. I just have these potions.
He's left 3 potions. If you had the gold in front of him, he's gonna be like transaction completed. Grab the potions and leave some things.
Yep, I just.
Go ahead and give up 15 gold, and you now have 3 potions of fire breathing.
Yeah, I gave him 15. Alright, I have the potions. I guess I'm not gonna get any drugs. Let's leave. Thank you, Draxus.
You saw where he left. He ran to the back room. He didn't run like out to the street.
I'm gonna follow him.
Draxus, don't you dare. I'm gonna stand in front of her.
Put my gun away. Before
No,
coming.
no. You're done here. I'm going to.
I'm willing to continue the transactions, but there is a window back here that I can jump through.
I don't want to hurt you.
Well, you brought out a gun and I got scared.
You got me angry, and I am sorry for getting angry at you.
I was upset as well. You said I couldn't make potions, and I was like, I'll prove that I can
I
make
wasn't-
potions on your face.
I didn't say that you were bad at making potions. I just didn't believe that, that I could breathe fire. So I am sorry on that front.
People have made mistakes. Part of my back room is on fire.
Would you like some help
Do
with
you
that?
need help with the
I
bathroom?
actually
Keep
kind of
mentioning it.
do. I
Okay.
use my only potion of extinguishing on the cauldron.
The cauldron's just been quietly burning the room down in the background.
Put it out.
Do I have
Seymour,
anything?
the house is on fire!
No, mother, it's an Oreo polyalid.
Localized entirely in your kitchen. Anyway. Oh boy, this has been a session. But anyway.
I'm just gonna keep casting Wait, can I? Yeah, prestidigitation to take out as many flames as I can. Just like
Alright.
a small campfire there. Wait 6 seconds. Small campfire there. Wait 6
We're going
seconds.
to try
Technically, you
it.
can have 3 effects of it going at the same time, so 3 campfires per 6 seconds.
Hey.
But yeah, with some cooperation, you managed to put out enough fires. Okay. Things have gotten a little bit out of hand. I appreciate that you're paying customers that are interested in my wares. You've already purchased some, we'll say lightly tested merchandise. Honestly, at this point, I would say that I'm actually in your debt a little bit. You helped me put out some fires. You said you would like some.
Hallucinate. We're looking for some hallucinate.
I understand that. Okay. Honestly, this is where things get a little bit complicated. He's going to head out and like grab a couple of potion bottles. Now, here's the important thing: don't drink all of this.
How much do we drink?
Like a third of this.
Oh, so more than a third.
Like a healthy swig, like a shot. Take like a shot of this. And that should be enough to do whatever it is you're looking to get done, essentially. More than that, and it is a deadly poison.
Okay.
Now the important part is making sure you draw the line where the line needs to be drawn. Now, I'm all for a good time. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't have made this if I wasn't. But I'm leaving the responsibility on your hands, because if there is an investigation and they trace it back to me, then I stand to lose quite a bit. Now, I don't think that you're with the guard. I trust that you're not, because, you know, you brought out a gun very quickly. And apparently put me to sleep for some reason. Not. That being said, just being cautious. I'll give you 2 potion bottles. That's enough for exactly, if we're not getting crazy, 6 doses of a good time.
Alright.
And 2 doses of a very not good time.
2 doses.
Very bad time.
2 doses are not good time.
1 dose. 1/3 of the bottle.
Okay,
And
I just
can I
wrote it down as
ask-
6 doses of Hallie.
Can I ask how long this lasts?
Oh, it's going to be a night. Like, you want to
Nice.
take this and then just lock yourself in a room.
Marvelous. I have a boat specifically with multiple rooms.
You're going...
Can you
like-
actually do want some, by the way?
I mean,
happened?
you can share. I only have 6 doses. I mean, I have
We
other
can share
things.
this between us.
I have other things I could give you that achieve a similar effect, but they're not going to be quite as well, wild, I guess you could say.
No, this seems fine. How much for this? For these 2?
Oh, for this, honestly, this isn't even really a big deal. We'll say 1 gold for the whole lot.
Done. And I just slam it on the table.
It's actually a side effect of some of the other things I make here.
What?
But I have to put them somewhere, so here they are.
Sounds very interesting and concerning.
Yes. Now,
Pleasure
keep in
doing
mind,
business with you.
I can't emphasize enough. And when you take it, you lock the door, and you stay inside, and you make sure there's nothing edible in your house, in the room that you're residing in. Maybe don't wear any clothes. I'm not responsible for anything that you eat while under its effects.
Or copulate with.
Do we turn into gremlins?
Should there be somebody in the room that like supervises us?
Definitely not. Do not leave anyone in the room when you are taking this.
Can we be in
Okay.
the room with each other?
Wait.
No. No.
Okay. What
What
if
if-
we're...
Gray,
I
Gray, just
feel
tell me I can leave. Just tell me I can leave, Gray. You
Don't
can leave.
tell me
Don't tell me what the fuck to do.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares.
Let's make a circle.
I have a bad feeling about this. She just said, don't let there be anything in the room that you can eat. Don't keep the extra doses of the potion in the room with you.
He's right.
I love it. I love it.
I'm just saying.
What's his name again?
My name is Bilivin.
Bilivin. How do you spell that? I want to come back to this guy
I
later.
actually want to come back here too.
Billivin. Bilivin's benevolent bombs and effulgent elixirs. Tell your friends about the circus of value. Anyway.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Billivin. Billivin.
Billivin. Nice.
Pleasure to meet you. Sorry about all of the confusion, but honestly, it's we got off a bad start. But that's of no real importance. But also, that cure all you have there, conveniently enough, solves the whole you being high as a kite problem. Should solve that problem. So I mean, you know, if things get a little bit too real, then you should probably take that. That's like your get out of jail free card. That's your way out there. That's your blue pill here. You want to take that if things get too crazy. If the walls stop bleeding, you take that. You close your eyes.
How will they be cognizant enough to take
Okay,
it?
so in total, I'm gonna keep all the potions on me, Ash. But we have 3 breath weapon potions that do 46 damage. We have 6 doses of the hallucinogen and 1 cure.
Dude.
Marvelous. All right, thank you, Bilivin. I will be seeing you again.
I hope for your. I thrive on return services.
I would hold my hand out and say, "My name is Jiraxis."
It's nice to meet you when you're not holding a gun.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I threw a flashbang at you and lit your hair on fire. There was blame on both sides.
Yeah. But yeah, it was nice meeting you, and I'm pretty sure we'll meet again in a couple of weeks or so. I'll be on a mission with Goblin guy here.
I look forward to it. Until then, don't tell the cops.
I won't.
Appreciate it. Because I will light you on fire.
I'm pretty sure you will.
Grady
I
starts
cross
laughing.
my heart, hope to die.
Excellent. Well, if you'll get back, if you'll let me get back to my work, I still have a potentially on fire potion. I think it's out now. I think it's fine. We're fine. It's fine.
Have a marvelous day, Bilivin.
You as well. And he's going to rush to the back room.
That was so good.
Back to the boat. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
No,
my
it's
God. This is. Anyone else have something to do?
We've all been sitting on the boat for 3 hours. People keep saying,
Why are they late? We should leave.
Hey, we're back.
Just essentially like when you take this potion, you're gonna end up like fucking Morty in like first episode, just with no motor functions.
See, Morty, you gotta stick this up your ass. It'll cure you real quick.
It's gonna be like that. But
Oh,
anyway,
ready to go away now.
I mean, I sent you, good gosh, like a long time ago what I wanted to get. But I mean, they could just say I got it for like, I don't know, 25 gold.
what you said to me?
The friendship.
Oh, hang on. I didn't even see that. Hang on. So you're gonna be on a river, not on like the ocean. So like nets are not gonna be really a thing, but fishing rods you could probably.
Okay. Get like 1 extra, just assuming that one may break the big fish.
Yeah, it shouldn't be expensive enough to really even charge you for. We'll just assume you have those. It's not gonna be a +1 fishing rod because this is in Final Fantasy 15. But...
Right. And I know this is all for flavor, but like he would like stock in like spices, stuff to enhance cooking.
Right. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Anyway.
That was a good song.
It repeats. But
Feel free to.
And now we stop enjoying it.
And now he stopped enjoying it. But yeah, so
It
with
felt
that being said,
It
all
was
of
a
you
good one.
guys get back on the Wanton Way. Gray packing a few new potions under his belt. But if that's all of you guys done with your trip in then yeah, Captain Braun will be all right. I didn't ask for this, but getting paid an awful lot. Told you all need escorting up to Karmaga. I'm gonna drop you off the end of the river. Not gonna accompany you all the way up there because I know I hear there's all kinds of nastiness what lives up north, but it should be a gentle trip, quiet trip,
Mm-hmm.
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
long trip.
Which quarters will I be located in?
We only have 2 rooms.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
You have rooms?
What is the matter?
Look at Gray.
Nothing. It's
Nothing.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. we just both of us might need a room for a night.
I'm just saying,
You do have room.
the robot's gonna have to stay on the deck because none of those rooms are gonna fit that robot.
Yes, but
That is fine.
Gray.
Mm.
Help.
Oh, what's up?
I want to. Tell them.
You want to what?
Make an excuse. I want to do it tonight.
Tonight? I don't really recommend it. He said to be in the room by ourselves.
Yeah. There's 2 rooms.
You want both rooms? What about
No.
the crew?
One of you get one of the rooms, and I get the other.
What are you
Oh,
talking
yes,
about?
yes.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm gonna pull Ash further to the side. Ash.
Gray.
There's no way that we are, or Drax, there's no way that we are going to get both rooms. One for me, one for you. The crew needs
You are
us
only 15 feet away.
farther
No.
away.
No, you see, the crew already has their own rooms. I'm saying that you all had 2 rooms.
Marvelous. Okay, so there's no way that we are going to get this room.
How about why don't we do one night and one of us get the other?
How about you take turns?
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
You can
You're
try
standing
it.
right next to Cyvath on the other side of the boat.
I'm gonna flip
What are
a
you
coin
talking
for it.
That was
Let's
just
flip
really.
a coin. Who goes first?
I'll try heads.
How quiet are they being? I don't think they're being quiet enough.
All right, Blink, flip a coin. Who gets?
Y'all need to roll
Just try
stealth.
1d2.
Y'all need to roll stealth.
Do we have to fucking? Okay, I'll roll stealth.
I'd say.
And I have a passive
I'm
18.
confused.
A small boat.
You're not gonna. It's a small boat. You're not gonna be completely silent. It's not gonna happen
Okay, so let's. I recommend that we
unless you're
wait.
like face to face, like
Just
whispering.
don't mention it. We just don't mention it at all. We just say we just need a room.
We just need a room.
And what do you need a room for?
Private room stuff.
I think I know what
It's
this
none of your
is.
business.
None of
You
that.
see, we
hokey
just
pokey.
left the Dungeon of Lust, so they might want to get us some over.
None of that hokey pokey.
I'm not interested in goblin.
Nor am I in men.
I mean, I'm not interested in coitus at all, being undead. I mean, bones.
Again, I'll ask, why do you need a private room?
Goblin stuff.
Goblin stuff usually involves pillaging, murdering, stealing, and generally bad things.
Do I look like the
Vulcan
average
steps
goblin
off
to you?
the ship real. Vulcan steps off the ship real quick, unanchors it, and then just shoves the ship.
All
Oh,
right,
I
trip
assumed.
started.
Yeah, it's just you're unlike most ships which head into the sea. Obviously, this is like it's very rare for a ship to be heading up a river. The river doesn't flow that direction, for one thing. You're going against the current. But there are a number of ways that they can kind of do that. This seems like it's kind of magically powered via some kind of, you're not really sure what the mechanics of it are, but it's kind of Magitech powered. This thing has an engine that allows it to kind of go against the current. And in particularly bad conditions, Braun has been equipped with essentially kind of like horses that can go on either side of the river and pull with actual ropes.
Oh.
But yeah, you're able to push it against the current, and as such, you all launch into the Yondabaki River. That's totally a word I said before now.
Yes. The good
I
old
wanna
Yum
flip
Yum
So I must
Curry.
sort of ignore the discussion and start
It's
making
still
dinner.
1d2.
I'm gonna also try to sleight of hand it so it makes sure that it gets onto my side.
How do
first.
you sleight of hand a coin flip?
I'm going to turn and look
People
toward
do it.
Cyvas and
I
say,
guess if you want to land it on your hand and then be like, oh shit, that's the wrong one, and then decide to slap it on your other hand.
Yeah.
Do you ever grow exhausted by the biologicals?
I mean, I don't care either way if I go first or not. I'm just wondering.
Tell you
need to
what,
rest
if it's
in a
odd, it'll be
sense.
Jiraxis. If it's even, it'll be Gray. It's even, it's Gray. Gray gets first.
Hey.
Gray gets the first coin flip.
Cool.
All right. So, attention everyone. I will need this one of the two rooms privately for myself, and no one
No.
else. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why do you care so much?
Why? do
You really
care so
expect the
much?
rest of us to sleep in one of those rooms? All of the rest of us, all 5 of us,
I'll be
sleeping in one
I'll be
little
staying
room.
above deck.
Well, you
4.
see, well, technically, there's me, Tentoria, you. So it's technically 4 of us. Because Cyvas doesn't really need to sleep, and Vulcan doesn't need to sleep either.
All right, I'm just
Day
gonna put
one.
out of character. I'm just gonna put it this way: their door's getting kicked down at some point after like Gray goes in. That door is like an hour later. It's getting kicked down.
We'll wait for it to happen when it happens. But this is day 1 of our 2-week journey.
Oh joy! So I'm getting the one room to myself because Gray doesn't know that you're gonna kick down the door. So Gray's just gonna go on his merry fucking way.
And I assume that Gray's gonna drop some fucking acid.
1 dose. I'm gonna mark up. I'm just gonna actually. Yeah, I'm gonna mark off 1.
Make sure you
Okay.
leave your shit outside.
What are you doing to prepare for this acid trip?
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take off all of my clothes, leave, or right, well, not like in front of the group, but like I'm gonna, give Ash all of my rations and stuff just to make sure. I'm going to also give her my daggers just to be double sure. I'm going to give Draxus what else? My water skin, my candles in case I try to eat those,
It's fair.
and I'll let her hold on to the potions just for now. Then I will go into the room, take off my armor, take one of my 6. So now I'm down to 5. Knock on the door immediately for Ash or Draxus to come take the doses away. And
Got
then
it.
So what is
Sit-
left in the room with you?
Just whatever's was started off in the room, still in the room. Me, my
Nothing
loot, my
edible.
disguise kit, nothing edible.
Questions you should have really asked. What is in the room?
What's up? What is in the room?
There is a chair, a bed, a writing desk. Actually, there's 2 beds.
Nice. So nothing edible. Then I'm just gonna lay down and just start plucking
Alright.
away at my loot.
The potion is disgusting, by the way. It tastes like you're drinking, like, fucking... What's what I'm looking for here? Like, think sour juice times 1,000. But
Ugh.
Have the trip.
You know what that reminds me of?
Also, you know what?
Once,
Is the
Wait.
desk near the door?
go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
hang on, what this reminds me of?
Oh,
Do
marvelous.
you guys remember
Oh my god.
Oh, joy. Oh, joy.
that? Yes. What did he
Hang
put?
on.
What did he
Why?
roll?
This is
He rolled
fast.
a 1.
Oh.
There it is.
I could totally imagine Ricardo dancing to this.
yeah, we called it there.
You begin plucking at your loot, and then you begin realizing that your loot makes sound that you weren't expecting. Like, wait, no. If the loot only has 6 notes and I can imagine more than 4 notes, then it doesn't matter how many notes the loot plays. Shit! This loot's a traitor! you're losing it. This is a bad trip. This is a very bad trip. Within like half an hour, you are like in a corner holding your loot like a club out at all of the imaginary undead that are closing in on you, and just swinging wildly.
You fuckers can't take me. Not like this.
Go ahead and roll an attack real quick, just out of curiosity.
With what? With my loot? Or just
Yeah,
like a raw d20?
Just a raw d20. I don't want it to be my fault.
The imaginary undead are beginning to surround him.
Nope. Yeah, you're just smashing shit. You've lost it. You're freaking out.
I'm going to
The walls are made of flesh.
I'm gonna peek into
I
the
gave her
room.
the potion. I gave her the cure-all.
That's fair.
I peek into the room and say, "Are you okay?"
From outside, you hear the door open as a zombie just starts kind of like clawing its way through the front.
Oh fuck.
Are you alright there?
No.
You
No.
see
No.
Gray naked with bloodshot eyes look at you with an expression of pure dread, holding a half-broken loot, and goes,
Is it already? This is like not even an hour in.
"Oh yeah, it's only like half an hour in."
Shit.
I guess I'm gonna change my loot to a broken loot in my inventory.
You smash the shit out of that loot.
I'm gonna give him the cure-all.
He's gonna like roll it into the room like a grenade and close the door.
How are you gonna give it to him?
I'm gonna force him to do it.
Okay.
Great. A zombie is approaching you.
I should ask: Are you entering this ring to try to like strangle, like to try to like to just wrestle him into drinking it?
Yes.
Or are you just gonna like roll? Okay. Gray, a zombie, a horrifying, rotting abomination, opens the door and then walks in and closes the door behind it. Let's roll initiative.
I know how to. I know how to deal with this. I know how to deal with this fucking.
This is like the third fight between these two. What is this
I love
session?
it. Shut up. You didn't actually clean your token, but we're gonna roll it anyway. It's fine.
Oh, I'll just
Draxus, Gray's already right there. Don't
worry.
Don't worry about it. You've already rolled a 16. I'm just gonna add your turn order to the initiative.
Got it too.
Draxus, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Wait, she can't. Or can
Why
you?
not?
No, I can. Now I can.
Okay, perfect.
18.
I mean, Vulcan usually gets a lot of RP. I give RP to the people who request it. Draxus is up first.
I'm going to try to put him in. I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay, go ahead and make. Shit, Vulcan, you know more about this than I do. Athletics or just athletics.
Athletics versus Gray's athletics or acrobatics.
Uh-oh.
Shit!
Hey! I'm a slippery motherfucker.
You go to grab him and like Gray just convulses with that kind of fucking meth level of panic or panic strength.
What's the chance that this potion gets smashed and all of this?
She hasn't taken it out yet, but strictly speaking. So yeah, great. The zombie just goes to grab you, opens its broken maw with like its shattered teeth, that just goes for the throat, and you're like, and manage to get out. You're still naked. You still have a broken loot. That's all you have.
I run
Bro,
outside.
I mean, he's tripping.
I opened the door and just boom.
Yeah, the door's open. She unlocked it.
I want to close it. I want to close it behind me.
Which way goes up? Which way goes up? Which way goes up?
This is a tiny room. Draxus gets to make an attack of opportunity if she wants.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
You can grapple as an attack of opportunity.
You can grapple as an attack of opportunity. That's the point.
Fuck.
So go ahead and make an attack. Go ahead and make another athletics check, and Gray make another acrobatics or athletics.
Oh wait, acrobatics?
Or
I'm way
athletics.
better at acrobatic.
Yeah, you are. Draxus, go ahead and make athletics. Was that your second? Seven. Yeah, fucking. He's naked. He's surprisingly sweaty. He just slips out of your grip.
At this point, have we heard this?
Oh, you have now because Gray is screaming like a banshee as you run out into the flesh-colored halls.
Okay, which way's up? Which way's up? I need the up. I need the
I'm
out.
gonna
I
scream
need
for
out.
Vulcan.
All right. So you're fucking booking it. You've made it past her, and as a dash action, you make it to the top deck because there's only really one way out of the boat. And making it to the top deck, you see Vulcan and Cybus are the only two people who were on the top
Iden would
deck.
probably be barreling after it.
We'll say you're behind him, but we'll say that for the sake of this, that only Cybus and Vulcan are on the top deck because they're the only ones who expressly said they would be. But so you see to your left, Cybus is still undead, but the horrifying flesh dripping off of his tender bones, and Vulcan is a golem. And I mean like that in like the flesh golem kind of way of just like a hulking monstrosity. Let's go ahead and add Vulcan and Cybus to the turn order. Go ahead and roll initiatives on your character.
This is going so great, guys.
You wanted to drop
going-
acid,
it's
and you rolled
going.
a 1 on your wisdom. A 1!
Yes.
Not a natural
What
one.
was that?
That was still a 1!
Got me there.
Alright, we'll start the turnover order. We'll start the turn order over again. Cybus, you see and hear the screams of Gray as he bursts naked onto the deck holding half a broken lute. Wild-eyed.
Yeah, I realize something is clearly up with him, so I just immediately cast Hold Person. I like him to begin with.
Wisdom saving throw, I'd say straight.
Wisdom saving throw straight?
Actually, I don't know. Do you guys think straight or with disadvantage?
He's high on acid.
I'm high enough. Like I'm
but
not
does that-
high enough to.
But does
be
that
like,
mean? But does that mean that he gets advantage or disadvantage?
Just do it straight.
Just do straight, because you could make an argument either way.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
Uh-oh.
that's not gonna beat it. As soon as you go out, you see Cybus reach up and like Darth Vader style.
I see a naked goblin approaching, who I know likes to do stuff to my food. Approaching my food. It's like, oh no, not this.
Yeah, Cybus just reaches up and Darth Vader style just kind of like force grips you into position. And you're like held in place by invisible hands. You can't even see them, but you know that they're skeletal and cold and fleshy. And you're scrabbling at them, and you can't even see them or touch them, but you're being held anyway.
Oh, I'm gonna start humming to myself.
Let's kind of look to Vulcan at this
I'm gonna
point.
give myself bardic inspiration. I'm gonna need it for whatever comes next.
Desperation, inspiration.
I'm going to I'm not sure how far he is, but I'm going to try and run up to him.
I mean, you can't open your mouth while you're held person. So if your mouth was open or if it was closed, whatever position it was in when you were held, is you can't really like even make noise.
Given the unique circumstances under which this is taking place, he can hear his own things in his head. It makes sense that he'd be able to hear what he was thinking, and what he's thinking is inspirational. But can bards inspire themselves? Because I think that's that's a thing you can only do
It
later.
specifically says you cannot inspire yourself.
Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Yep. So never mind that. Draxus, you use your dash action to catch up to where Gray was, but that's your turn, unfortunately.
How about, can I use my... How is it like an action to use...
Let me know when I'm in this scene.
You know what? Go ahead. Let's add you to the turn order.
So anyways, Vulcan, I think that I can taste things, but I'm not entirely sure.
That is interesting. I believe it requires further testing.
I'm going to say... If he tries to run, don't
Soup is
stop
most.
him.
Soup is
We'll
most.
go
difficult.
ahead. We'll go ahead and say, Aiden, you can go ahead and go. But you're going to use your dash action to catch up to where Gray's being held.
Okay.
That's kind of your turn, but unfortunately, we assume that Gray used his turn to dash, so that's where you're at. Which means that we're currently at Vulcan, who sees that Gray is being held, and it's already on the top.
And Iden is standing next to him. Like, what
How far is
shit?
he from me?
He's within like 30 feet, so you can get to him within one turn. You see Aiden and Jiraxis are barreling up the bottom deck to get. Though they're within range essentially, but you're there first essentially.
All right, Vulcan will kind of get up a little bit, wander over, and pick him up.
Gray, you see the towering, hulking form of some 8-foot-tall monstrosity reach out its gargantuan hand and then just grasp your entire torso. You are helpless to move. You can only watch in frozen horror.
Can you defecate yourself while being held person? Because I think that's the moment that would happen.
That's a good question, but I'm not going to answer it because I don't know. Cyphus, you're up.
I mean, I'm gonna keep cooking. I've already got him held.
Just maintains concentration and then just, alright, that's fine.
Just keep him away from my food.
Aiden, you catch up. Vulcan already has him like in a single fist grip, and he's hyperventilating and losing his shit, but otherwise still held person.
Clearly.
He's still frozen and paralyzed.
Given how people in a coma still defecate, I still think technically if you're paralyzed, you can still defecate.
Yeah, you see a thin trail of poop.
You're going from his naked ass.
It's for the roleplay.
This was a session that I played, guys.
Cyphus, if Cyphus could frown, he would at this point. Most definitely keep him away from the food now.
Wait, would I smell food by this point?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Food is
please,
the ninth thing on your priority list right now.
Overboard.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Still holding him in my hand. I'm just gonna ask.
What is the matter with him?
The voice of God echoes in your head.
Fuck if I know.
What is the matter with
Bring him
you?
here. If there is anything fucking wrong with him, I'll take it off.
Don't bring him near the food.
I know what's wrong with him.
I mean, Aiden, it is still strictly speaking your turn. You can still do whatever you want.
I'm gonna dump 5 points of lay on hands into him.
Does that end disease-like effects?
Yes.
I guess that cures it then. You magically purge the toxin from his system.
Oh.
It
Great,
takes a little bit. There's still a solid round, and we're gonna burn through Jiraxis' turn here as Jiraxis catches up and sees I can just kind of grab Gray's shoulder and then just okay, enough. You see Gray still hyperventilating, going from you see his eyes undilate.
He still can't move.
Still can't move. He's still held person.
Yeah.
But you see him kind of stop hyperventilating and then just kind of
Oh God.
You are
Yeah,
never
that's awesome.
allowed to be on your own again.
Good
On my own is where I thrive.
He said
gonna say
I will-
down his leg.
I will chain you
Oh, shit,
to the
my-
skeleton.
oh,
I'm
shit,
gonna
I'm-
look. I'm looking
The
over
hell
at
you will.
Jiraxis.
Explain immediately.
Gray, go ahead and make another save against the hold person.
Wisdom?
And you've
Nope.
got the bird. No, it doesn't matter. That bardic inspiration ain't gonna save you.
No, I don't have it.
Jiraxis, explain immediately.
So, me and Gray went on a bit of an adventure together. back in
I
back in
can
the
see
month.
that.
The best kind of adventure.
And
by the way.
we've obtained some interesting concoctions while we were there.
I need to see those concoctions.
Vulcan
gonna
walks
say-
over to Jiraxis, and he tries to pick Jiraxis up.
What are you doing? Oh, are you picking me up?
Yeah, picking you up.
You know what? Fuck, I've let it happen.
Okay, pick him up. I walk over to the edge of the boat, and I dunk them both in the water.
You throw us off the boat?
Nope, not throwing you off. I'm still holding you. I just dunk you in the water 2-3 times, like dipping a cookie, and then I pull you back out and drop you
What
on the
was
deck.
that for?
Is-
Short of having extending arms, I don't think you can do that.
I'll mic this whole fucking boat capsize if I have to. I'm gonna lean.
It's a pretty big boat.
the window.
I'm a pretty big guy.
Enlarge, reduce yourself. Enlarge, reduce yourself.
That would sink the boat. Do not do that.
And then I throw them back.
Fair enough, all out.
This was an inappropriate adventure. But it would have been fine if you had included us. You did not.
I don't
No,
think you'll be
no,
able to take
no,
that
no.
We have enough
This-
rooms for the rest of us.
This is never fine.
It's always
Fuck
fine.
off, Aiden.
Vulcan holds out his hand.
I will start removing toes
Do
if
it
this
then.
keeps happening.
I already lost my arm.
Could we not get into this again? Give me the remaining potions.
I know. I want to try it though.
Give me the remaining potions.
I want to give him. I want to give him all of them except for one.
There were only 3.
Yeah.
We don't
all
know that.
except for one.
So you have 3 doses then.
I mean, she can give him 2. She can give him 1.5 potions essentially, 1 2/3 of a potion.
Fuck.
I mean, I don't think that Jaraxxus would ever lie to me, so I'm immediately just gonna store it in the bag of holding.
That leaves Jaraxxus with 1 potion of acid tripping.
Here we go again.
3 doses. Thank you. 1 potion of acid dropping. 3 doses of acid.
Vulcan's gonna-
Jaraxxus! Great.
Hold-
We're sharing a room now.
Like how we are.
Wait, that's Aiden speaking, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
You're still held person, by the way. Great.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Fall off
try to
after.
break out again.
No, I was gonna let it go if he had been thrown overboard, but since he's not, then yeah, I'm still holding it.
Is 17 make the save?
It does.
Yeah, you're at a hold person.
Yeah, break out, and I need to clean myself.
I just did.
Gray.
You just did.
Gray. Here's your stuff. I give him back his stuff.
Thank you. I take it all back, including the breath potion.
Captain Braun still at the helm. What the fuck?
It is best not to ask questions.
No, I get that. But I didn't. I guess I did.
Jaraxxus,
Hmm.
we are in a contained vessel, on a river. If any one of you had fallen overboard without making a sound, you would have been lost for us. You must be careful with these kinds of things and do them in a controlled environment.
We were being careful. He just.
He is currently naked, covered in his own feces, and broke his loot.
No,
I
I'm
don't think
clean.
anything about this was controlled.
Well, he must have had a bad trip. Must have been stressed out or something.
Who was the worst trip?
It was bad.
Why
After
are
witnessing
we...
that,
Why is this fucking okay? Why? No. No fucking drugs.
I don't make the adventure, I just decide what happens.
You
there are
only live once,
independent people. You
Simon.
cannot stop them from doing drugs.
Simon, you only live once, Aiden.
I mean, you can if you take away the drug.
They will always find a way to get more drugs.
I can keep stabbing them every time they do drugs, and then they'll learn not to do drugs.
Also, I love that she said you only live once, and I didn't just let that slide.
No,
That is
'cause she-
factually not true.
No, well, I mean, for Aiden, if he said that, he'd be like, yeah, that's not true. For if I say that, but for her, yeah, no, he expects her to only live once.
Some of us.
Pleb.
She would not be welcome in the
Get on my
friendship.
level.
You have both made me sad today, if I could be sad. Please be careful in the future.
Who
I
did you buy the
decide-
drugs from?
No one.
I'm not telling you, even if I would, even if I knew.
Great, I'll just burn the whole underbridge down.
Have fun with that.
Why? That's so
With
many
arson
innocent
and shit.
people.
Yeah.
That sounds like an excessive overreaction.
Sounds
Also,
like excessive
wasn't even
violence. That
for
my
the
mother
record,
approved.
wasn't even in the underbridge. Bilver's is actually in the.
He doesn't know that.
Oh shit!
He doesn't know
I know,
that.
I know. I forget the name of the small island like area, but Ordelia.
Here's
This is
something.
day one of this voyage. I am not saying that we cannot have fun. However, your fun is wrong.
Very wrong.
You were supposed to have fun responsibly.
Well, I'm sorry that somebody had a bad trip.
Oh wait,
I'm sorry, someone decided to do drugs.
I forgot to mark off another two kinds of potion. How much of the 2 and the 7 did we get?
What?
Rather
Oh.
from the first place.
You got essentially like one. You didn't have enough to overdose on either, but like the 2 isn't strong enough to overdose even if you fucking like downed all of it. Like fucking,
would've
it's
thrown that
really
out.
strong coffee. Two is enough to give you like a pick me up, like a 5-hour energy, but like a really hard 5-hour energy, like dissolved into a bread bowl.
I would have thrown that away. By the way,
What? You would have thrown away that I paid for that.
sorry.
What about the level
Uh,
7?
Sent you a message.
The level 7's more hardcore, obviously. But let me think, because it was essentially enough that you could get like it really came down to like if you wanted to get completely wasted or if you wanted to like space it out and have like safer trips essentially. Fucking look at you guys asking for drug advice from me, the most vanilla of DMs. But
I swear.
Yeah.
You know what? Next time, I'm not fucking taking you out of it. I'm throwing you over.
hang on.
Don't do that.
To the person who's doing casting what discreetly?
Well, that zone of truth.
Oh, you linked it. Okay, cool. Well, now you said that who it was.
I don't care.
Who it is. Okay. Yeah, it's not discreet. That's not even gonna pass anyone's passive.
That's fine.
As you kind of just like blatantly.
They don't know what I'm
okay,
casting.
Let's do some things. Yeah, you guys see Cybus casting a thing while he's cooking. Still like one hand fishing, the other hand just kind of tracing some sigils.
No, not caring at all.
Re-ask your questions, Ivan.
Where did you buy the drugs?
I'm not going to say.
And now I'll make the charisma saving throw.
Well, that's the thing. You can
Because
choose
I
not to
can
answer.
Tell her to speak.
Yeah, but if she speaks, she can't lie. She fails to say.
Correct.
But
And
she
all
can
she
choose
said was
not
I'm
to speak.
She spoke.
She can also choose to skirt the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Zone of Truth is you can just choose not
Yeah.
to lie by not saying anything.
Do you have any more?
I mean, she would still have to roll or choose to fail.
if she spoke regarding the truth.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that she can just remain silent. But then again, the silence is kind of damning sometimes.
Also, it's kind of metagame.
I mean, we don't really trust them. Aiden doesn't trust them for fuck. They just did drugs.
Yeah, but
They're now on his like lowest of low shit list.
yeah, but
Very special episode of D&D.
No,
Why-
Jax.
Why do goblins do drugs? Well,
I-
sometimes people need to feel a certain way. He
You know,
says,
Jax,
takes another shot of
I
vodka.
was starting to think maybe there was some redemptive
I'll be
qualities
right
in
back. I
you,
have a
but
phone call.
clearly I was wrong.
You really gonna do this?
Jaraxis, have you ever lost anyone before? I lost a bird today. I do not want to lose you too. Not like I lost the bird. Please be careful with your extracurricular activities.
Yeah, just do what normal people do. Get fucking drunk.
Yes, but sometimes drinking doesn't really help.
I don't think that's true, says Braun from the ship.
Do you know what else helps?
Like, take out the other potion.
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay, well that one I can't vouch for.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Whatever it is, do it instead of whatever the fuck you just did.
I can only vouch for whiskey.
Will you please be careful? I need you level-minded. I do have projects that I need your help working on.
Fine.
And you
Let's go.
still didn't answer my question.
What
Do
was
you
it?
have any more?
Yeah.
You can hand it over, or
No, I'm just gonna take it out and just throw it over the just throw it over.
okay. To be clear, that was the last one you had, right?
Yeah,
What happened to
That
the other
doesn't
two?
mean-
You gave them to
Me, I have him.
Okay.
that doesn't mean I could get more.
I mean, it's true, but you're not in the middle of the woods now.
Hey,
so-
Vulcan, analyze that shit. I want to make
I
sure
will.
that
It will take some time.
It's
I want to make
acid,
sure that
dude.
nothing else is gonna fucking affect Gray
It's
over
fucking
here.
acid, Aiden.
Yeah, and who did you buy it from? Do you know if there's fucking magic cancer in that thing? You don't know.
We have a cure for magic cancer.
I will
Also-
analyze.
It will take some time.
It won't take that much time, though. Essentially, this is just if you gave all 3 doses at the same time, this would essentially be kind of the equivalent of like vial of acid, like a bad amount of acid. Taking 1/3 of it isn't enough to actually damage, but it is enough to essentially be acid, like the LSD.
Today was a strange and not productive day. Let us get some rest.
I thought we might get to Karamaga, but it turns out no.
Yeah.
Thus ends day 1 of our magical 2-week journey.
I'm not fucking kidding.
Oh.
Could I have finished either one of those things?
It's only day 1. You could very easily have finished your shield. But that's about it.
Gotcha. All right. At some point, I'm giving the.
I'm gonna say like week 2 you have another item done, and week 1 you have another item done, and week 2 you have another item done. For all 3 by the end of the trip.
Alrighty. And based on our supplies, do we need to make a stop?
Given that bread is now a ritual spell you can do, given that Cyrus purchased a lot of supplementary things, given that this was a planned trip, you shouldn't need to make any stops. You should have plenty of supplies. The Captain Braun does plan on making a stop in Biston, just because that's like halfway, almost exactly halfway up the trip, and that's a good place to stop to get supplies.
Biston,
Biston, But yeah, that's I week out. It's gonna be a long time before you stop for a bathroom break.
I mean, yeah, let's just continue the journey.
For the entirety of the trip, until proven otherwise, Drexus and Gray will only be getting rations from Syvas, if anything.
And
Fair
they
enough.
will be sharing a room with Aiden.
That being said, it was only as we were getting up to Biston that I realized I kind of wanted to do a side quest in Biston. Because of course I fucking do. It's Biston. We went there once.
Let us. Anything is better than Drogas right now.
Well, that being said, if it's cool with you guys, I kind of want to call it there, just because that was an unexpected fucking journey, a trip you might say.
Yeah.
But mostly because I just thought of a cool thing I want to do in Biston, and it's gonna take me a week to plan it, but I want to do it.
Sure.
Ooh,
That and it's already 11:10, so it seems okay to me.
11:05.
I know.
When I cast Bless from my prayer bead, can we have it say like this, like small fog and mist just puffs out of it?
I mean, okay.
I mean, it's
We'll
not
get-
mechanical.
I mean, yeah, as long as it's not mechanical, I super don't care. Absolutely for flavor. But yeah, I do plan on getting into more of Lyra stuff. Good times. But yeah, thank you for putting up with fucking bone trestle
Yeah,
shenanigans for 2 hours.
that was something for quite a while.
Hey, we finally found our Salis and bread.
And I remembered how much now I didn't miss them.
Oh, I feel bad. I'm sorry, Vulcan.
Oh, you're good. It's not me I feel bad for. It's that man right there.
I'm sorry.
The man sighing.
I don't know. Who's
I didn't know who was sighing.
Who do you think?
That
Guess
was
who's
that.
back
Back.
good.
Like the whole party.
Also, what did I miss? Because I got a phone call. I'm sorry about
Nothing
that.
much.
I still don't know who was sighing. It could have been
You were
anyone.
denied food privileges.
Poncho.
That was Punch.
I'm
It's
sorry,
okay.
Poncho.
I'm not playing the lawful good character this go round. I don't just I ain't gonna spank you. I'm gonna just cut your head off.
Let's go for
I'm
it.
sorry,
Because-
Poncho.
I mean,
I mean,
wait.
Aiden is at that point. Aiden is at that point where he's like, I'm gonna start cutting off hands.
I'm
I'm gonna-
sorry. They wanted acid. I had to give him acid.
The next time we're in Magnamar, you're being followed, and this drug dealer is getting stabbed.
Unless I escape you.
Good luck.
It was definitely funny in the beginning.
Maybe
I
Pieball's
can-
dummy thick.
I can never tell when people are having fun and when people are upset with me. Maybe
It's
half and half.
nothing to do with you. It was fucking interesting, if nothing else.
It'll be a story.
It'll be a story. Can I give
mean,
Gray's item now?
Yeah, we'll say that we're gonna.
Sorry, what were we gonna say, Thaddeus? I didn't mean.
Oh no, you're good. I'm actually doing work at the moment for like work stuffs.
I think
So-
we probably tapped out at the start of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's gross. Oh, Gray. At some point, maybe right before Biston, Vulcan's gonna walk up to you with your daggers, and they look fuck ton nicer.
With yours.
My. They look beautiful.
Thank you.
What did you change about them?
He'll roll them in his hands real quick, and as he kind of rolls them a little bit, you see these carvings in the blade that look like rune marks, and it makes the blade pulse as he rolls them and he hands them to you.
I have given it the rune of mercy.
Sorry, you cut out what?
Ring of
I have given it the rune of mercy.
Oh.
He
What
gets down.
does
He gets
that
down on one knee in front of you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder.
I know sometimes you have difficulty killing. With the rune of mercy, these weapons cannot reduce a creature to death if that's what you choose not to. It was once created for a pacifist lord, but it was discovered that it is a perfect implement for torture. However, I don't want you to think about that.
I'm sorry.
That got dark.
As you're listening over, it's just like, I might need to borrow those.
That went from such a fucking like heartfelt moment to oh god. Yep. No. Classic.
Mechanically, they can't reduce a creature below 1 hit point, unless you choose to reduce them below 1 hit point as a bonus action, and it's now a +1. +1.
Nice.
However, he still can't throw them and get them back.
Right, you can't
No,
throw them
no,
and get
no,
them
that's-
back. I just put that on them. I feel like that was better for you.
Well, it removes his ability to be a ranged combatant, kinda.
Could always carry disposable daggers.
Could always make a crossbow that shoots knives.
Or darts. Darts aren't
Or
very
just a
useful.
crossbow.
I
Like a
can make
regular
that.
No, it
crossbow.
has to shoot knives, blank.
I can make
I
that for you if
I
you
gotta
want
be
me
able to
to.
drum them.
But I can handle the returning thing later. I can only do so much.
Yeah.
I feel
There
like
we
this
go.
is-
But yeah, I appreciate cutting things a little bit short so I can have a Biston thing, because I want to have a Biston thing, because... Like
A
everyone.
what thing?
Biston.
Biston.
Ah,
It's only as I was getting here, I was like, I kind of want to cut things like when we get to Car... Fuck it, no, Biston! That being said, we'd have to put Poncho's new character slightly on hold if that's okay with Poncho, or we can have it just be in Biston instead of in Carmaga. It's up to you.
You get a new character.
I thought we were gonna stick with Jack.
Were you? Because he's not on the boat. Oh, right, he's gonna be slightly behind you. Shit.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can easily
And-
catch him in Biston. What am I thinking?
If y'all are getting stuck up with shenanigans in Biston,
That's true. But the point is that Poncho, if you want to show up in Biston or not, it's totally up to you, because it makes narrative sense either way.
I missed Biston. It's been a long time.
That's been a long time, which is why I want to visit it.
I want to see
mean,
how she's. Want to see how the.
if you all would have said, "Hey, we're gonna stop in Biston first," sure.
We
I'm
did
already
not
a
know
day
we
ahead
were
of you.
stopping with
You'd probably know. It's not that difficult to, get the plans ahead of time. I didn't realize it until you were like, okay, we're gonna get like all 2 weeks straight to there. I was like, yeah, no, you'd make at least one stop. That just makes sense.
I mean, chances are, I'd probably go to Nyber and then follow the river, which takes me past.
Right. The point is that it makes narrative sense either way, whether or not Jack's going to be in Biston for the next session. But I want to have a Biston session. It was kind of spur of the moment, but I wanted to do it anyway. So
Sure.
I'm going to end things slightly early,
Already
just
there.
a little bit. But yeah, so we'll call things there. We'll fast forward the rest of our river adventure unless anything crazy happens again. But we'll assume that the next
No.
week passes, and we're not gonna RP every single day. That would be crazy.
What?
There'd be a lot of cooking, fishing.
Day 2, Vulcan discovers how to fly. Day 3,
if you wanna,
Draxus builds a vibrating arm.
oh god.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
I don't know why the first thing I thought. I don't know why I thought the first thing I thought was like Devil May Cry 5. What's the worst arm? The vibrating one. Shit, no, it's too late.
No, it's not bad. It's really good for like, let's say you're taking care of a baby, you can just turn on your
Self-pleasure.
arm and just the baby can just,
I mean,
it's like one of those
strictly-
rocker things. The baby will
strictly
fall
I see
asleep.
more of the
What are you
self-pleasure
guys talking
kind of
about?
option.
Strictly speaking, that arm's
Oh,
actually
Jesus,
okay,
that's
but the
not-
point was anyway. Yeah, day 3, Aiden makes peace with his entire backstory. Day 4,
Draxus gets his head cut off.
Brett shows up and passes the torch to Cybus personally. Anyway,
Cyber
was-
sins.
Next week it is.
why do you already have something for vibrating arm question? Instantly.
Yeah,
He's
that's very odd.
he's always ready.
It's just odd.
Also,
not doubt
speaking
my
of
skills.
next week, I'm not gonna be here. I have a graduation party to go to.
That's fine. I'll try
Lame.
not to get Gray killed.
And Gray's doing a good job on that on his own.
That being said, I did have something planned for 10, so the fact that she wasn't here this week is kind of lame.
Yeah, I know, but she's just dealing with some stuff at home, so
That's fine.
we
Just-
can do it on
just-
the river or
just
before.
keep in mind
Biston or
that-
in
that-
Biston.
At some point before Biston, I'm going to essentially have a 10 thing ready.
Cool, sounds good. I'll let her know.
Let me know if she's not going to be here next week, because then I'll just put it on hold. until we
She,
get the
I will
farm out.
force her if I have to.
Fair enough.
Alright, see you guys later.
Thanks for taking me through the ass trip.
Later.